For you that I'm unmuted.
Yeah, now you're unmuted.
I'm unmuted.
Okay, so little behind the scenes there. Swede just said something about basically like, oh, I hope it's like I don't even know what the volume is on this. And right as I unmute myself, I hear him saying that exact phrase again. And I'm like, oh, like, you know, through his phone, tablet, whatever he's listening on. Like, okay.
Oh. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the stream.
Yes. And for the first time ever, I feel like I should actually make this a thing we should keep doing is I'm Nexus71C, and that is...
Catboy Gaming or Swedenboy Gaming if you're on YouTube.
You
I have two names.
Technically, I have two as well, but one of them's going to be changing. Actually, both will be changing probably, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah. And for people that doesn't know this, at the moment, there is a thing going on over on... If you haven't missed that, I'm fucking surprised, but there's a thing called #Team3 going on, and until they have completed their goals, I have planned to have the link to the donation service as a command, so people can go donate. And because for every $1 you donate, they will plant one tree. And one thing we always care about is our environment. That's the thing we should care about, unless you're the United States government. And you say you care, but then you start drilling oil. You know, like the smart people they are.
Oh, regardless though, it's at least nice that they're doing stuff like this these days. I mean, that's one thing that is kind of a mixture thing when it comes to me and like charities and everything. They're obviously the ones that are ongoing or ones that become like big almost every year. Then there are those that are just like left in the sidelines, like say this for example. I haven't heard anything about a charity for trees other than the Amazon fire when that happened, but just haven't heard really anything tree related in quite a while. So at least they're actually doing something. At least trying.
Yeah, and people that says YouTubers isn't good people and that they are bad influence. Just look at what happened. Like one YouTuber just tells everyone on YouTube basically like, hey, join in. And basically everyone just like, yes. No one was like, no, I don't feel like doing this. Like it was like everyone banded together for this one cause. But you know, YouTubers are bad people. Remember that.
Yeah, YouTubers are not people we should be looking up to. Forget it. Forget the fact that, you know, they've totally donated like tens, hundreds, thousands, millions, depending on who you talk about.
5 million to save trees.
Yeah, quite a bit. Just to do a lot of good work. And yet, no, that's something you shouldn't aspire to be, no. It's a constant thing with people. That is one thing I actually want to transition to in a way, like that topic is, I don't understand what is with people and the whole, I mean, yeah, it's old-fashioned people, but it's the whole thing of, if someone tries to say, oh, they want to be a YouTuber or something, or like a streamer, everybody just wants to talk bad about it. Just like, oh, well, you should probably try to be better. You know, you should probably get in, like, you know, go to college, do this other stuff. Like, if that's what the person wants to be, let him give it a shot. Stop trying to bash it because you're in the, you know, your mind is still in basically, well, I would say early 2000s or before, considering that wasn't a thing at the time. It was late 2000s when YouTube came in. But early-wise, get that part of your mind out of the way and focus on what can actually happen now. I mean, true, look at me. I've been on YouTube for almost 10 years. I think I've been
on YouTube for...
Oh, no. It has been 10 years.
I have been on YouTube for 7, but I have only done it for 5, I think. Like
I started-
I've had a.
Hmm.
I think I started. I think I made my account when 2012, but I started doing videos like 2014 to 2015. That's when I
Right.
started doing stuff.
I mean, for me, it was on the first channel I made. It was like in 2009, so that one is completely closed off. You can't even. I don't think you can look any of that stuff up anymore. Maybe you can. I don't know, but 2009 is when I first started, and I'm pretty sure that was in August, maybe. So that's passed. So it's been 10 years, and I don't remember what my current channel's been on. I know it's been past 5. Actually, it might be past 6 now. Might be 6 years on this one. So
Yeah.
maybe.
But here's the. I gotta say that if you're gonna want to do YouTube or streaming in general,
Basically, if you're gonna be a content creator.
yeah, basically, if you don't do it to earn money, because that's the wrong view of this thing. That's where I can agree with people that says like, if you only do it for money, you shouldn't do it because YouTube
Yeah,
and
don't do it for
and basically doing content isn't that easy that people think. Like,
no.
like we said, we both have done it for 5-6 years. Basically, yeah.
So
And
I mean, I'll say this: the 4 of those years, like the first 4 years, really weren't much because I was pretty young, and honestly, I didn't do crap except for record off of an iPod or something, or record off of a No, actually, yeah, off of an iPod because at the time I didn't have a capture card in any way. I did screen recording sometimes, but it was very terrible because my computer was an XP. Really bad. So, you can imagine. So basically, you know, it took maybe a year or two. Hold on. So if I started in 2013, I'd say my videos got tolerable in 2015. So we'll just go from there. We've had plenty of experience in this case, and people who say that, oh, YouTube and streaming is probably one of the easiest jobs ever because you just sit around and play games all day or whatever. Like, no, it is really difficult. Very difficult in many ways.
It's easy in the part of you just do the video and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's the easy part.
It can be easy, but everything else is really hard in a sense because
it's like with time. Like you can't like expect everything. Some stuff is gonna be easy, and sometimes it's gonna be hard. Every job has that. Like if you work in a grocery store, maybe you have more problem being the cashier than you have like what do you call a brain stopping. You're taking out the wares to the store and putting them up on the shelves. Like that's maybe easier for you than being the cashier, because you have it easier.
Stock, not stalk. Yeah.
And I don't know what it's called. I'm Swedish, you know.
Inventory person, I guess. Go there. Person working in inventory.
Yeah, basically. That's maybe easier for you than being the cashier for like.
In a way, that can be because you know if you're not much of a social person, you know that could definitely help. But though most of the time, whenever you are, you know, stocking the shelves and everything, you're most likely going to get somebody to come up to you and try to ask them. So don't obviously think, oh, hey, don't have to be social here. You ain't going to have to be. The only place you're probably not going to be is if you're in the back doing receiving and loading on the docks. But yeah.
But that's the thing. Like that's maybe easy for you, or reverse. You may be better with being the cashier than being the.
Telling that from experience. Receiving and loading stuff on the docks and everything, it's not as easy as you think. Especially if you're working in a
Which
postal
one is
office.
easier, doing the receiving stuff and like?
Which one's easier would be receiving because basically you're just grabbing stuff out of a trailer and throwing it onto a conveyor belt. So it's not too hard. But the loading up the trailers, that's way difficult. Especially depending on how people want to do it.
Oh yeah, continue talking. I'm just dying. Don't worry.
Yeah, I noticed. I was gonna let you have your moment, let you be okay. Basically, to roll it back a little bit, when it comes down to it, it is definitely difficult for him. We've talked about this before, but you know we'll go and repeat it again. It's just, there's a lot of things that comes into being a content creator. If you're just doing the streaming, you still have to constantly be, it's even worse on streaming in some ways, because you constantly have to be entertaining. You have to try to, you have to constantly be able to focus on a game and be able to entertain an audience and interact with them. And it's pretty hard to do that sometimes when there's this, especially one game you have to be really focused on, and it's really hard to just look over at chat and start talking to people. And of course that's even harder for like people who are, high in the viewer list, because then they have super fast chats, even in slow mode. It can get kind of hard to answer specific people. It's really difficult.
That makes it so because often those that have higher view count and has a lot of chat activity doesn't look too much at chat because of they know it themselves that after a while you can't read everything. You may catch a glance at what they're saying because
it's okay to. I would say for them that at the very least you could try to read something, or you can just like read every few minutes or something. Just like look over and spot out a random message and just say it or answer it.
Yeah. I've seen it. Like I'm watching 2 YouTubers, but at the moment that those streams on Twitch, I don't watch the streams itself, but they transfer the VOD over to YouTube, and like listening to the VOD when they talk, you notice that they rarely talk with the chat until like either in the end of the video or like in the middle if they need help with something. Like they may check the chat.
Yeah, they need some backseat gaming basically.
Yeah, otherwise like no, we don't check chat that much because we know we have a lot of people that are watching, and we can't keep up.
Right. It's basically that, but at the same time, you brought up the whole VOD thing, which basically made me think also. The other thing that's really difficult, and I would say is the most when it comes to content creating, well, not really, it's mostly when you're making videos or something, is actually taking the time out to edit them. And yes, I know this kind of sounds like it'd be easy, and this has come from someone who is actually commissioning edits, meaning that, if somebody wants me to edit something, they can actually, we could barter a price or something and go from there. But point being, it is still pretty difficult, especially if you don't have a good enough computer, which mine is okay, but still lacks quite a bit. Editing is still pretty annoying because it can take hours, even if the video is only like 30 minutes. You have to cut down a lot of crap, and then there's also a lot of rendering issues that can happen. And sometimes the software could just plain out crash. It's crashed me like 3 times today. And I'm currently rendering a video that I'm editing for someone. I have to render the entire video, which is hour and 45 minutes. It's an hour and 45 minutes is how long the video is. And when I started the render, it said it would take 11 hours. It has...
like 2 hours since then?
It has 8 hours left. So, yes, I have to wait 8 hours to render an hour and 45 minutes. Just so I can edit this video because my processor, my computer, is bad. It's not bad, but for this, it's definitely not good. It needs to be much better. And I've mentioned it before, but that would cost a minimum of like $600 because I have to buy other parts for it as well. But point being, that is very annoying. So it's not that easy. Plus, you have to deal with burnout like crazy, and that's something I've dealt with plenty of times. It's why I keep taking breaks so much. Whenever I stream or make videos or whatever, I suffer it a lot.
That's such a difference between me and Next, though. I never get a burnout. My thing is, like, if I could get bored at a game, but after, like, I'm gonna switch to another game because I prefer to play.
Well, it's not really about like burning out on a one game and then it just kills all the other games. It's basically, I get annoyed at one game and it causes a certain burnout to where I just kind of don't want to play something at the time. But it's more so that all my games are stuck to just streaming or making a video out of it, and I kind of set that rule myself. And it's annoying that I've set my rule for that because I'm like, I really want to play this stuff, but I want my reactions to be in a video or in a stream because I think it'd be more better that way. I mean, I'm recently playing, what is it? I've recently played Outer Worlds, and I streamed the beginning of that, but I'm playing other parts of it by myself, and that part that I played by myself, I was like, dang, this has been really good if it was on stream, but it's like, it's not a good time for that, and I just really want to play this, because I really want to play the game. I don't want to be stuck to having to wait, because I can only stream at nights, or when no one else is in the house. Thanks to
that is what makes it also us different, because I can stream almost any time.
Well, you have a door, good sir. Even if that doesn't bring anyone out. It's like, okay, you have a door that can block out some sound, not a lot, considering how loud you are. But the main problem isn't, I don't care if it blocks out me. I don't care at all for that. And really, they don't care either. They don't care if I'm super loud. It's me that cares if they're here, if they're audible, and they don't realize they are. So I could be at my door frame and just be talking, and my mic will pick up every single bit of it. And if someone's in the living room talking, 9 times out of 10, they can still hear it. That's because it's a condenser mic, and I'm just going to go into this real quick. Condenser mics are basically, it can pick up sound from afar very easily. Dynamic mic, that's one I really need to have, is where it won't do that. You have to be kind of close to it. And since I already have my mic on an arm, and it's basically in my face, dynamic would be much better. But I have a condenser, so gaming. Which makes no sense, because the idea of a condenser, like condenser itself, is to limit the sound. Is to limit the volume of the sound. So, say for you example, whenever you start coughing or you laugh really loud, you're super loud, and the condenser will lower it, or will keep it at a level I set. So it won't go any higher than what I set it to. That's what a condenser should do. But a condenser mic picks up everything, so what the hell? Like the opposite.
Yeah, like, you try to combine, like...
It's like freaking Iceland and Greenland. They're polar opposites. What the hell? They're polar opposites to what the name means. Work? Hey look, let's go to Iceland. It's green here. Let's go to Greenland. Ah, damn it, it's cold. Freaking ice everywhere. Like, really?
Yeah.
I swear, I don't think anyone knows how the hell to name anything anymore.
I think it was I heard that it was the Vikings that actually tried to use that as a lure to lure travelers to
that is very possible.
Greenland. It was like naming it after something that wasn't true. The people was like, "Oh, did you hear about this Greenland? It's filled with grass and everything."
Like, oh, then there's that Iceland where we should not go at all. And that's actually where, you know, you have like actual base crap and everything. Like, oh, this is the paradise. Then you have then you have Greenland over there. It's
and not only that, it's like, I think they have like basically their head base there. Like, it was like, because Iceland is part of the Viking culture, so it's probably those that actually tricked people to, like,
possible.
Because you don't want anyone at your home when you try to rob them.
Yeah.
Because that would be very, very bad for business in the end.
I don't know. Plenty of people rob houses in the middle of the night, so...
Yeah, other people's houses, but you should never rob someone in your own house.
Yes. I don't know. That depends. If someone just walks into the house and you decide to be a random pickpocket, it's like, hey, my house. You shouldn't have came in.
Oh God, may the Lord of Heaven have stuff.
Yeah, okay. So that's apparently some phrase he's been going off with for the past, so far I've noticed, a couple of, you know, like past 30 minutes or so since we started getting into this. Like, okay, why? Eating in the middle of a podcast. How unprofessional.
No, I'm drinking my drink from our non-sponsored, Wish-sponsored stuff.
Yeah. Seriously, though. That's another thing when it comes down to the streaming thing that I was going to bring up, but I completely forgot, and I started talking about other bits, is the whole... The other thing is like trying to also attract a sponsor, especially if you want to try to get some money out of it, just as a bonus, because, again, do it for the entertainment value, not because of the money. I mean, if you're going to be people can absolutely tell when you're streaming something and you're not enjoying yourself just because you're trying to do it to get the money. You know, like, oh, let me play this popular game I hate just because I could probably get something out of it. Like, people can tell you hate it, and they're not going to like watching it because they can tell you don't like playing it. So, don't do that. But regardless, the whole trying to gain a sponsor deal, that's pretty hard too, because you have to, A, try not to be an overall dick, and that's kind of hard for people. 2, try not to swear too much most of the time, which we have an extreme problem with that because we don't really like censoring. I mean, there's some stuff that we should censor for obvious reasons, but basically, like, swearing, no, I don't really see the point in that.
Yeah,
I mean, I have a rated 17 almost everywhere. I mean, YouTube isn't restricted because then it lowers the findability. So if you try to search it, you can barely find it. Must restrict it. But other platforms, I do it, and you can still find it just fine. So you know what you're getting into as soon as you enter the page. It says mature broadcaster has said this is mature content or whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's basically what it is. So kids, don't stick around if you cannot do that. But yeah, the sponsors don't really like it, and like some don't. There are some that are perfectly cool with it because they'll do it themselves. That I find funny.
yeah.
A lot of other deals, but in reality, it's always nice to try to find some. You do too. Fucking Sweet here decided to talk in the chat, say that I suck. Right back at you. There's always some.
Both I wanna suck. Wink.
I'm not getting into that. So
you were like, this is okay. Back to business.
just in my mind, just constantly saying, nope. He's just trying to prod you. Don't respond. Don't worry about it. He's just trying to get a rise. Try to intimidate you.
What the fuck is going? Oh God.
What?
Are you sure SFC and?
Is it exploding?
The coconut dog. There's a video called The Coconut Dog.
We're supposed to be. We're over that later. Okay, we'll worry about that later. We'll worry about that later. We'll worry about that later. Hold on a minute. Okay, make sure I got names correctly, because I think the last time you were here, I said it wrong because of my terrible vision. EM, welcome. We were just laughing because somebody in a Discord group chat that we share decided to post something which makes no sense, but okay.
And the best thing is like, worry about that later, okay? Later.
Yeah, we're gonna worry about that later on our own time. That's not a part of this. So, we were just talking about basically being a content creator and everything. Again, we've done it before.
We were about sponsorships, I think.
We're on to sponsorships now. Honestly, for me, I mean, we've said it before, like in the past couple of podcast episodes. That'd be nice. It'd be nice to have some. At the same time, we don't really need any big name ones, and we don't need money as payment. Literally, they could just give free items. Even if it's just like a shirt to brandish. I will literally turn on my webcam on the podcast, or actually just playing games, and I will show off that shirt. Or show off your brand or something. I will do it. But
yeah, and if you're a beverage kind of deal, I don't mind.
If you just send me the beverages, just to show off your product. I don't have to get paid out of it.
As long as it's not coffee, because I don't drink coffee. Like coffee and like...
I much prefer tea. Send me tea. Screw coffee.
Fuck coffee, mate. We drink tea here.
All about the tea.
Yes, God, bloody hell, sir. Get over with the tea. When you turn to terrible Brits.
That is horribly stereotyping. My God.
Oh God, I think we talked about too much about this.
That's another thing that is really difficult. When platforms want to be absolute jerks when it comes to their algorithms or trying to get monetization from them.
Oh,
because
my Lord of Heaven.
what I thought is when you're an affiliate on Twitch is that you get ad revenue. You don't get that. I think they're going to implement that later. Partners do, affiliates don't. What all affiliates can do is get community-based monetization, which is people, cheering bits or donations or subscribing for a month or something like that. That is the only thing that can happen there. YouTube, of course, has their ads, and if you're able to be monetized, which is still stupid, if you're able to be monetized, then there's that. But at the same time, people who are actually monetized should be getting at least some money. They're not, because YouTube algorithm wants to decide, oh, those videos that were kind of popular before? Yeah, no one's going to be able to find those anymore. This piece of audio in your video? Yeah, it's copywritten for no dang reason, even though it has nothing to do with what has been slated. Okay.
Okay, I have an issue. I can't find you on Twitch or on YouTube right now.
Find me?
I'm trying to watch you. Okay, finally.
It's my name.
Wait, do you have a name? What's your name?
Yeah? No. Okay. No.
Where's the chat?
I had to do it. Should be on the... Are you on mobile? Or on desktop?
I'm on the PlayStation.
I don't think PlayStation shows chat.
It should show the chat, but
I don't think
I
it
don't
does.
know.
Basically, there's all that. I don't know. It's not as easy as people make it when it comes to streaming or content creation. It's pretty difficult. Yeah.
Yeah. In the end, kids, don't do YouTube unless you want to.
Yeah, unless you want. I'm pretty sure that's the
Want
idea.
to, not earn anything.
Okay, how about this? Don't do it immediately thinking you're going to get something out of it. Do it if you're absolutely able, if you are perfectly okay with putting forth effort, because that is what will get you to it. I mean, it's mainly just a luck system, really, on if you're going to get good or not. I mean, for example, I've had my channel, or I've been on YouTube longer than, say, Markiplier has. I've been on longer than he has. And because, he's obviously more funnier, and he's had better content and stuff, he's had his luck streak and went up. Me, not so much. I've only recently got decent, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But yeah. So it's not really good.
Where's the iPad? Is that the iPad? No, that's not that. There is the stupid iPad.
Having some issues over there, buddy?
Yeah, the fucking... I have to use this sad iPad.
Yeah. I see, stuff you added. What the Oh, okay. For some I completely forgot about that. In the other... Okay, so... To note, for the past few streams we haven't touched our topics list in Google Docs. We haven't touched it at all. But for some reason today he decided to add some stuff to him. You just remember. No, I'll put it there. Okay. Point going off topic, bro.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We were if we're going out of topic, and we talked about this anyways. That we would probably talk about this.
Are you sure about that?
This.
No. I mean, Em just said, yeah, PewDiePie has the best luck of them all. I'm like, I mean, kind of, money-wise, but doesn't have very good luck when it comes to keeping out of trouble. At some times.
Wait, keeping out of trouble? What is this? Black magic.
Right. Just him being himself. And people who don't understand what the hell a dark satire is, but whatever. Sucks for them.
Yeah.
So I guess we can go ahead and just jump into some random. I'm gonna go and pick the randomness because this popped into my head just now. Oh, who's ready for the garbage truck? It's coming in.
I have the flaming garbage truck outside already. Stashed and ready.
And just prepare to hear some beeping and some loud noises that totally sound like things falling.
Beep, 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 beep.
That's how you know we're into a new segment. Taking out the trash. It's not a new segment because, it just It's
It's just 90% of our shows.
It's 90% of the show. That's why, from now on, I actually put in a new command for anyone to actually get to. If you type in exclamation point, I'm typing in right now, T&E, and it should work right there. It goes to our audio version of the podcast, which is...
I have a link in my YouTube channel, but not one on Twitch yet. I will fix that.
Okay, there it is.
I will fix that later on.
At
the moment, I have a more important stuff than our own.
Yeah, I have to integrate Mixer because it's not integrated correctly with the Streamlabs spot. But anyway, so just to note, that currently only has one audio episode on it. Reason being is for, well, many reasons actually. It's a little annoying having to go for the first 2 episodes, really. The third one's good. Then afterwards kind of shakes back off a little bit. Basically, I just have to add little intros to those episodes, and once I get into like episode 7 or 8, I will probably not do intros anymore. I'll probably just let it go cold opening straight into the audio. But
straight audio.
Basically, that is that, and right now it's just the first episode, and I will be adding in more episodes as we go on. Basically, I'm going to add them in on my own time, and then once it's caught up, I will add it in like 2 days after the actual thing airs.
Or you used to do it like maybe Wednesdays.
I mean, I could, but I kind of want it out there quickly. So, and so there's that. Back to the trash. Back to our garbage truck. Let's just go back here and find out what we have in our lovely bin we just decided to throw a lot of trash onto. And we're about to empty this trash and just burn it.
You had something you wanted to trash, so I don't know.
Yes, I know.
And
so,
what is that interesting
here's my first thing, which is one of the more recent things that happened, because it's just something... Okay, here's one of the more recent things that happened. Bethesda. The fuck? Literally. Bethesda.
Hey, tell me what's happened, because I don't know what's happened.
What is going on with Bethesda? First, we started off with... Okay, I don't know how all this stuff when it comes to Bethesda, because I don't really care too much. But first we had good Elder Scrolls games. We had Morrowind. We had Oblivion. Then Skyrim came out, and it kind of got worse, but, people loved it anyway. Then we had, with Fallout, we continued on with the third game. Pretty good. New Vegas, which was taken over by Obsidian. Great, in my opinion. 4, meh.
People hated 4. And then they did 76.
Yet, people for so long decided to ask, we want co-op in Fallout. Oh, you want co-op? Yeah, we want co-op. That'd be kind of cool. How about an MMO? It's like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. You mean like Elder Scrolls Online? Kind of, but it could probably be better. Like, okay. Go for it then. Cool. NPCs, screw that. Of course, now they're on the back and everything, but still at the time, terrible. The game was very broken. Still kind of broken. Don't know what the hell they're doing.
Hey, now, tested. Do you think it's gonna be
tested?
Working?
Has it been tested? I don't know. Are there any testers for that game?
They were like, "Hey, test this game. We're not telling you it's working."
I might be trashing you right now, Bethesda, but hire me as a tester, and I'm pretty sure, or hire us both. We could probably break your game in 2 minutes. So,
I will probably break it in 30 because I just fucking break everything.
All right, off to the starting line. Their recent stupidity. I think their old motto was something of they don't want to be one of the. In their old games, they would make fun of corrupt companies and organizations that would just leech off of money, and that's all they would ever do. They wouldn't care about their employees. They wouldn't care about their community or whatever. It was just money. And now it seems like they're kind of... The irony is just setting back in, and it kind of looks like that's what they're doing. Because now we have whatever the hell it's called. Fallout 1, Fallout Plus, whatever the hell that freaking thing's called. It is a subscription service for Fallout 76. They made a subscription service. yes, you can still buy the game. See, this is where it makes no freaking sense. You have to buy the game first. You can't play for free, but now there's a subscription service where you can get bonuses. Especially bonuses people have been asking for God knows how long. Freaking, okay. I want to look this up over here because I completely forgot what the hell it has in it. I forgot the bonuses, so... Wait, did I down? Okay, this is gonna take me a minute because I can't remember if I freaking downloaded the picture or I didn't. But... you talk about something related.
Fallout sucks.
Not wrong.
Like, wait, you giving me control here? What should I talk about? Something related. Fallout sucks.
Okay,
like,
found it. So it is called Fallout First. That's the name of it. The one thing we've been asking for forever, because yeah, it's kind of like an MMO in a sense, in that it's constantly online. You cannot play it offline. That's the other thing that sucks. We wanted a game that could be both single player and co-op, and they're just like, oh, you can play solo. We'll have like private worlds later. Well, guess what, motherfucker? Yes, I said that stupidly. They added that into the membership. Private worlds. Play in a private world exclusively for you and up to 7 friends. You have to pay more money monthly. More money monthly to get private worlds. Scrapbox. Unlimited storage for crafting components in your own new Scrapbox container. What? Survival tent. A new placeable fast travel point with a stash, sleeping bag, and more of your basic needs. So basically you're getting a cheat. Thanks. Atoms. Receive 1,650 atoms per month to use in the atomic shop. That's just not right. Ranger armor outfit, an iconic Fallout outfit exclusively for members. You know, I can get that. It's what's the word? Starts with a C. Cosmetic. A cosmetic item, that's fine. Icons and emotes pack. Same thing. You have... Wait. I freaking had the thing open and decided not to zoom in. There we go. Unique icons and emotes available only to members. Again, cosmetic. Sure, that's fine. I can understand that. But the other things make no sense. You're giving them cheats, and you're giving them an unfair advantage into the atomic shop, which I'm not really sure what all that has in it anyway, so I don't know if that makes it pay to win or not. But there's that.
Probably does, because, you know...
Probably.
I mean, it's
Game
already
companies.
basically a pay to win, because you can basically, like... If you know if you put out your tent somewhere, apparently, and then you know there's players there, you can use fast travel there and start killing them for no reason. Like, I don't... That's one reason I don't play MMO, because most days is like...
I mean, I actually like MMOs, and not a lot are pay to win. Like, I'm gonna obviously say it, even though of course most people boycott it these days. But World of Warcraft didn't really seem pay to win to me. I mean, it didn't seem. I don't really know anymore, but it didn't before.
I think it's
and
more now,
Classic,
but,
you know, World of Warcraft Classic. That is actually not. It shouldn't be. They can't change anything else other than what was already there to begin with. They did. Then it's not Classic. They're ruining an experience. I wouldn't know though, because I haven't played that version, and I haven't played it in a while, so how would I know what goes on? Overall, why would you make a subscription service for a game you already have to pay for? You have to pay to play the game. Now you're making a subscription service.
Yeah, that is what I said. Like, I told many people that, like, I could play probably World of Warcraft if it wasn't for the stupid subscription you have to play the full game.
I mean, after a while, they finally made a starter edition where you can play up to level 20, which honestly does take a while. That does take a while. So, you're not fully out, but, you know, you're going to be capped off at 20, and you can't go any higher unless you pay the subscription, but it's the thing.
Yeah, but that's where I think, like, that's the MMOs I have enjoyed the most is those that doesn't restrict you. Like,
Right.
I played a lot of... Or Adventure Quest World started restricting you late with the years, but like when it came out, it was like you had basically the full game that was then for everyone. Yeah, I think
Okay.
they had the membership stuff, but that was like you got maybe cosmetics, or you could get some stuff cheaper, or other items that you couldn't get if you was. But it was like a class in that game isn't like good unless you know how to play it. Like that's the thing.
Right. And by the way, this Fallout subscription, Fallout First, guess how much it is?
50.
No, obviously not. Think of an actual fee that you would get, subscription per month.
The cheapest is normally like 5, so I would say 10.
Higher.
15.
Lower.
12.
Little higher.
13.
There you go, 13 a month. It's $12.99 per month for the subscription there, but you can save 36% with a yearly subscription, which is $99.99 per year. Which, yes, that is saving a little bit, because obviously $13 a month for the just getting per month, and then for a year you're paying it's basically 10. No, actually no, it's 8. It's what is it? I think $8.33 per month. Regardless, you're saving there. Still, that's a horrible price. For me, that's a horrible price, because you're getting crap that you should already have, not be limited through a paywall. At the very least, that's one thing that kind of like that, you know, Bungie decided to lower down with when they released Shadowkeep and New Light, made the game free, and then have expansions cost money. And also that gives you a secondary thing with their season pass thing, whatever. I don't know what the hell that's about. But yeah, regardless, I guess that's fine. That's much better. But seriously though, Bethesda, what are you doing? I mean, what are you doing? I mean, you're wanting people to pay more money for a game they already own, for features they should already have as a free update. And wasn't it you who said something about Fallout 76, all the updates are going to be free? There's not supposed to be paid DLC? Because if I'm not mistaken, this is technically paid features. You have to pay for specific features that could be considered an update.
Oh god.
So what you doing? I don't know if they specifically said this, but I'm pretty sure they've said this in the past.
What do you expect?
Fucking Todd Howard. What are you doing up there?
We're re-releasing Skyrim.
Really? You don't say. Again, we're gonna get the freaking ice maker in the refrigerator playing Skyrim, which, damn, I love that commercial. But seriously though, what the hell? And then we have I don't even know what the hell they're doing. I mean, it's bad enough, I understand. They've said, what was it? The freaking that new IP they were making that's in space. Like, I forgot the name again. But they were just like, oh, we've been working on this for a couple years now, but we don't really have anything to show off, so here, like, you got a couple years in, you should have had something to show off, even just like a quick render of someone's face, not just release sometime. And then we have, oh hey, Elder Scrolls 6 cinematic trailer, didn't show anything, and yet that was what was that actually last year, or that 2 years ago? 2 years ago.
That's
Or was it last year? I think it was last year. Or
yeah,
the
it
last
was last
E3,
year,
but
because this year it wasn't.
yeah, so last year they basically did that. And ouch. I actually watched that conference with True. We were both reacting to it, and he never released the reaction. Because at the time I didn't have my own reaction channel. Which, funny enough, I kind of know the feeling, because I had a few other E3 reactions that I just deleted because it's been months, and I'm just like, it's okay. They weren't really that exciting anyway. My reactions to them.
I think you released one.
Or at least two. I did the Xbox one and the Bethesda. The Bethesda one was my favorite out of all the reactions I did from E3. That was my favorite one that I reacted to.
Did I watch them? I don't know.
Yeah. I did Ubisoft, and I was actually editing that one, but eventually it just got to the point I'm like, not all my reactions are very good at this. I only have one good reaction, and that was to Watch Dogs, but everything else is kind of meh. So
Like,
I just said screw it.
Oh god, that's gonna be interesting when it comes out.
Oh yeah. So yeah,
For
basically.
those that doesn't know it though, is that I'm a big Ubisoft nerd when it comes down to it.
Definitely. Which I guess is a very good segue into the next little bit, but before I get into that segue, actually no, it will not be. Screw that segue. We're gonna throw that back into the trash pile that's in the back, and we'll continue on in a minute. We've got more to trash.
Hey, you have something else to trash.
I've got something else to trash, which kind of frustrates me. So, anybody out there been wanting that new Call of Duty, Modern Warfare? I'll say this. One good news about this. The campaign is great. My opinion is one of the best, actually is the best, since probably Black Ops 2. Because obviously the rest have been horrible. But it's been it's very good. It's a very good campaign, and I don't know where I would rate it at the moment, but it is definitely good. Highly recommend that. However, the rest... What the hell are you doing, Activision? There's a reason why the title of this stream, of this episode, is Bethesdavision. Because it's Bethesda and Activision doing some really stupid stuff. So, the one big thing we were wanting is the Spec Ops mode, because they promised that would be making a comeback. And of course, PS4, they got the exclusive survival mode for a whole year. Bullshit. But we still have Spec Ops, which is the main thing everyone wanted. That's cool, right? No. They have two modes right now. Operations and classic Spec Ops. Classic Spec Ops is what you would expect it to be, but it's not. And what I mean by that is you would expect it to be either the old missions or missions like those. Not at all. You have one mission. I don't even remember the name of it because I didn't care for it that much. I don't remember the name of the damn mission. And basically what happens is that you start out on the mission in a helicopter that crashes down and you land in one of the areas that you visit in the campaign. And it's basically survival. It's literally just that again. It's just hordes of enemies coming at you. It doesn't have a wave system or the buyable stuff. It just has a bit of refillable items around the map, and has care packages that drop down for every player that's in the game. So if you have one player, one will drop down, two drop down, that kind of thing. So, and it goes up to 4 players, which is cool, but still, back to the point. It's very annoying because it's just that. And it's pretty difficult because there isn't a difficulty setting, and I don't even know what difficulty it's on. I don't know if we're playing on veteran, regular, hardened, realistic. I don't know what the hell we're playing on. All I know is we're just sitting there trying to survive, and eventually we get killed, and we have to restart the whole the whole thing all over again. And it just makes no sense. Why is that the only thing? Why is that called Classic Spec Ops? And everything you try to look up, you can try looking it up, and all they've said is, I don't even know if they made an official thing saying it, but I'm pretty sure they have taken out all the other missions to release at a later time. So they could do a month from now, or a couple weeks from now, or a few months from now. It could be 2 months for everyone else, because they may do the whole PS4 gets it a month early thing or whatever. But yeah.
Does Sony own Activision or something? Because they do that a lot.
No, it's not about owning. It's just they make exclusive deals. Because in the early days, before, I think it was before Black Ops 3, or was it before? I don't know what it was before. But basically, it was Xbox got all of the initial deals, and then they decided to flip it and trade it over to PlayStation. I guess either to be fair or something oh, Xbox has got it for all these years. Here's PlayStation's time to get the exclusive DLC for a period of time. Timed exclusive, that's the word.
But here's the question then. If you play on PlayStation and we say you have the new DLC that hasn't come out on PC yet.
Well, no, the PC, when it comes to X, are you saying you have a DLC on PS4 and you go to PC? Is that what you're saying?
No, you know how they have crossplay now?
Well, I know, yeah.
Yeah, would that still work? Because it's just exclusive for the PlayStation. Would you, as a friend that we say play on PC,
Well, no, you wouldn't be able to invite
join
them. You wouldn't be able to join or invite. It would show that they're playing that mode, but if you tried to go, join them, it will just like, oh, you don't have access to that or something. So you wouldn't be able to do it.
That depends if they don't, unless they actually do that, because some games does that you can actually play certain maps if your friends have it.
Well, I know that's not the case in this, because I'm pretty sure it's right. But overall, it's really stupid. And Operations there are 4 operations out right now, which of course you would think that'd make me happy, because oh hey, there's more than just one. No, I played one of them, and my first thought is, this feels like Blackout, but not Battle Royale. It's not Battle Royale. It's just, you have these... The first thing you do is you spawn in the area, or you may drop from a plane, I don't know. But you spawn there, and you have to go to enemy lieutenants and get information out of them. I don't even know how you do that, because I never actually got to do it. The other players did it before me. So, you have to go do that, and then you have to run across the map, which is a big map, by the way. It's like, I don't know, 500-600 square meters, perhaps, maybe more than that. Like, it's quite a bit, regardless. I mean, it could be like a whole kilometer in the whole thing, but it's just a lot to deal with. And sure, there's some vehicles around, but it's there's only one vehicle we could find. There was like one ATV that could seat 2 people, and the 2 other players took off, and me and Evil were just running behind them like, thanks, assholes. Like, thanks for leaving us with no vehicle. Could at least let us jump on top to see if we can go, but nope. But anyway, that happens. The UI kind of reminds me a lot of Blackout, because it just seemed that way. There were kill streaks involved. The annoying thing is that it's matchmaking only. You cannot play it solo. You cannot play it with just your friends unless you have 3 other friends, then you're fine. But that's the requirement. If you want to play with just friends, you have to have 3 others. And they do have a custom mode, or private match, but that only allows you to play the one Spec Ops mission. That's it. Everything else has to be matchmaking. Makes no damn sense.
Only mode I would understand is like online mode where you play like against others. Yes, that's fine. That should be.
Yeah, but it's a co-op. It's a co-op mode, and it's forcing you to matchmake with other players, and it's a 4-player co-op mode. So, I mean, in a way, I can get to have that, but you should at least allow people to just have 2 players or go through it solo. Which I don't know if they would change the difficulty of it, but it could happen. But all that aside,
hopefully they change that in the future.
Hopefully change a lot of that in the future, because I don't know what the hell they're starting out with. Because they had a great campaign, and I was really happy. That was the main thing I really wanted to get into when I bought the game. And I was playing, I'm like, God, this is awesome. I'm glad I bought this. And now I'm like, okay, I'm glad I bought it for the campaign, but the rest I'm kind of annoyed about. I'm pretty annoyed that I had to spend money for this.
The issue is he doesn't play multiplayer.
Well, that's the thing. I also tried out multiplayer, because when we were playing the alpha, the 2v2, me and Swede did that. I was actually enjoying it. And yes, I did play more gunfight with Evil, and it was still enjoyable. I still enjoyed it. It's just, we wanted to try out some other stuff. In the beta, they had a game mode called NVG, which I guess is night vision something. But it's basically an all-dark map, and you had to play with just night vision. That, to me, I think that is awesome. But that was taken out in the main game. That game was not there. That sounds like irritating in the length. Also, like in the length, it's gonna be like irritated playing that mode. No, I figured it'd be. I mean, I'd say it'd be great, because there's a campaign mission where it's just a complete night mission. It's called Going Dark. It's a really good level, and I really love it, and a lot of people do too. And NVG is basically that, but multiplayer, and it'd be great.
Just don't spoil the campaign, because
I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's just it makes no sense why that's not there. It's not in the main thing, so
it may be later on.
For me, I was thinking, yeah, I know, but I mean, I was thinking maybe it could be like cycled playlist. So they cycle in different playlists every week or every month or something, or they add it in later in case someone's buggy. I guess that could be a thing. You could at least say so. If you go to private match, it's not there. It's not in private matches either. There's a bunch of maps though, and there are night levels where they're just specific levels that there's only 4 of them, where it's just night, and that's cool. It actually is. That's cool that that's an option.
Yeah, I think they did the same thing in some update on Battlefield 4. That they added like a bunch of like night maps of the old ones, and to be able to see properly, you basically have to use a night vision scope or something to see.
Right. Oh, wait a minute. I think I just saw something.
And you can see.
Dun dun dun. Okay. Alright. That doesn't make any... Okay. So right now, what we have is... There's a quick play mode in multiplayer, which is basically, you can just select a bunch of them, and that's that. It doesn't include everything. It just includes core things you would expect, like team deathmatch, stuff like that. You'd have team deathmatch, search and destroy, kill confirmed, what else? Cyber war, something like that, or cyber attack, which is basically it's basically pick up a bomb and go put it at a base. It's literally pick up an EMP, go put it there. That's cyber attack. Which, I mean, I haven't played it, but I guess that's cool. I don't get it. There's all that, and then what I don't understand is it shows on the outside. That's outside of the quick play menu, the cyber attack. However, if you go into the quick play menu and you go into the filter, select which modes you want in there, cyber attack is in there. When none of the other game modes that are on the outside of quick play are in there. The hell. And also the hell suite. Back to you. Boring as well. I'm just saying, that makes no sense why they would make it like that. But then at the same time, it's like, why take out some of the good modes? I mean, I just saw that there's some stuff that can be post-launch. Okay, I can get that. Maybe they're trying to fix up the modes. Speaking of modes, Ground War. I would say it has a great premise. It's 20v20, I think. No, 24v24. That's what it is. However, I'll tell you right now, it is a complete Battlefield ripoff. Complete Battlefield ripoff. If you go into the game, the idea of it is capturing territories. Capturing territories around the map, like 5 of them. That is literally what that mode in Battlefield is. And there's a UI on the bottom of the screen when you enter vehicles. It's the exact same UI. They didn't even change it. It's the same thing.
Woo! Okay. Interesting.
Not for you, apparently. But I'm just saying, it seems like they just copy and pasted the entire thing. I mean, we've been wanting a freaking, big team type of deal in Call of Duty for a while now. Then they have this, which is still good. It's just kind of annoying that these little things. Then the rest of the thing that kind of happened. Wait.
What?
I don't know. I'm going to win that.
No.
But all I know is it's just... What's really annoying is when you're just you spawn and you walk out for a little bit and poof, sniped. Can you at least give me spawn protection? Pretty sure that doesn't exist. That'd be nice. Spawn protection. But nah, I just walk out of the base okay, I just spawned in, poof, dead. Okay. Going to spawn on my friend here, go over here, poof, dead. Oh, it's this guy again. I want to ban this guy.
Oh, God.
So,
Bot accounts! The best!
Yeah. So...
Here's a heart for the fella. Being a bot.
So when it comes down to it, the Modern Warfare, I mean, I feel like in a way it is a good game, and I would say, wow, okay, I would say just wait on buying it in a way, unless you really wanted the campaign or you're perfectly fine with these multiplayer deals, because I haven't played most of multiplayer right now, and I'm sure most of it's good. There's a few complaints, getting campers or killed, whatever. That's normal Call of Duty. Just have fun. Just the spec. If you're really into it for the spec ops, you don't feel like getting cheated out of your money, wait a little bit, and then we'll see what we're gonna go for. But if you really wanted the campaign, go for it right away. Or if you're just wanting to join crossplay wise, because it's crossplay. You have it on PC, Xbox, PS4, play all together. It's awesome. Now, I want to go explain this because I just looked in the chat like 3 times, and I'm just like, what the hell is wrong with this bot? It's so stupid.
I tried to like, don't laugh, don't laugh, don't.
I immediately looked at it and was like, wow.
And I'm like, God, don't laugh, it's talking.
As soon as it posted, I read it and I was like, ow, this guy did not prepare for this. I'm gonna read this off. I'm gonna read this exactly how it says. First part of the message. Howdy, how's it going? I have watched your Nexus 71C Twitch channel. You're talking on Twitch. You don't need to say that. Your streams get better every time. The Nerd Ensemble _1 Bethesdavision literally says the title of the stream. Keep it up. I'm about to create a custom emotes and sub badges for your streaming. Are you though? You've been telling me that for the past few times that your bot has visited. 3. The site in my profile banner, he didn't put an E. Have a great day. Talk shows, podcasts is one of the best games. Please make a better bot. They could tell the difference between a podcast, an entertainment category, and a gaming category.
God.
And first of all, I have said this many times throughout. I think he was on in the last podcast we did, and he's in a few of my streams. Like the bot shows up. I need to just ban it, and I probably will. Overall, I mean, if you can, you can go ahead if you want to. But
yeah, talking about having good. I don't know if I have any, but if there is anyone in my chat. Don't forget to actually go donate to Team Trees, actually, because I want to make that a thing again. Just mention it again, as we did earlier stream.
I don't have the link or anything.
Yeah,
so
he doesn't have that, but I can't because actually I can.
I would. I mean, I would. Just I didn't prepare to. I wasn't thinking about it.
Yeah, I was doing it. That was the second thing I was working on. I'm going to try to type the link. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna type the link to the website.
Are we on a controller while he's at it?
No, I'm on a phone.
Oh look, he's
I have to watch it up. Yeah, I have your Twitch chat on the phone.
Shh, he's learning. Now.
I
want to go. Why you do that? I want to quickly explain again. Well, I know. Okay, well, there's that. You didn't need the final slash.
If you could add that to the mixer and other chat, that would be good because.
Sure.
But yeah, basically, donate some money because for each dollar you donate, you're gonna plant a tree. And here's the thing: no one ever told us to do this, but I do this because I care about the environment. I said that earlier too, but that's why I wanna help with this. Even if I'm a small-time streamer, I wanna be a part of the thing, the goodness that they do. And I mean, 20 million trees. That's a lot of trees. I'm telling you.
I'll tell you now, I mean, it's really annoying having to live where I do. There's a lot of trees, and about every year, a lot of them get cut down and crap, and I'm like, why? I mean, I get, sure, people are like, oh, we need, like, freaking paper and all that. You ever heard of recycling, bro? It's a thing. Recycle your paper.
Have you heard about recycling, man?
Have you heard about recycling? Yes. Well, yeah. My guy is turning on one of those.
He believes...
Just
report why it's a hippie.
All I'm saying, I'm starting to die. I've caught your disease.
I don't have a disease. I just drank Mountain Dew.
I wonder why you keep dying. It's killer. And I mean that in a good way. Now, back to the point. seriously, though, recycled paper is basically the better way to go. But they keep cutting down trees, and honestly, I'm pretty sure in about 50 years, unless we actually do keep going. I mean, yeah, sure, planting a lot of trees is not going to help against climate change or anything. It's not, but it's definitely a good step to go for to actually do better. But it's the point that I feel like if we weren't to keep planting trees, 50 years from now, we probably wouldn't even have trees. Like, a lot of them. We'd probably have a lot of issues going on that. We're basically going to be turning out like the Lorax movie. Literally. We're going to freaking... Basically, the whole premise of it is there are no more trees in the world, and there is a company that sells air. That they have actually managed to bottle and monetize air. That is literally how that movie goes. I won't say anything else about the movie because I've watched it like twice or so, but yeah, that's how that works. Oh. So, like the movie or the book, because, it's a Dr. Seuss thing, but I'm saying the movie because it's what I'm thinking of. But yeah, that's a thing that happens. It's basically how it would go. Yeah. Otherwise, I'll continue on my other thought now that we got that little bit out of the way. You kind of threw me off. Oh yeah, the bot. So,
the bot.
Buddy, I don't know if you ever listen to these. You just stick your bot onto my channel all the time. I've said it many times. I will not stand for bots that I don't moderate because obviously, I have the Streamlabs bot or whatever. Those are fine. Command bots, whatever. But the freaking bot like that just goes posting crap into channels, that is stupid. That is not going to gain any attention to your work. If you want people to actually use your work, come into the channel, interact with the streamer and his chat, his or her, and, or whatever your pronoun you go for, I guess. But still, go into their chat and interact and just bring up the fact, like, you can probably just, don't say their icons and banners and crap are trash. Don't do that. That's horrible. Just say that if they're looking for any new ones, plug yourself. If they allow plugging. If they allow you to promote yourself a little bit. But I'm saying in general, you could just say, like, I make some. And, that'd be great. But, or if anyone's looking for any. Like, okay, that'd be fine. I would understand that, and I would actually go grab the link from your bio, and I would paste it in my chat. I would be like, okay, hey, if you guys want this, here you go. But because you're just being a bot, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because you're just throwing your bot at me. If you were actually here, I would do that for you. I would go ahead and promote you, or shout you out of the stuff you do. But no, I'm not going to, because you won't be a person and come interact. That's not to say that people would need to interact on my stream. You could be a lurker, but there's a difference between being a lurker and sticking a bot on me.
And all the bots.
Yeah, don't do that.
Teach them the ways.
I will IP ban, or I will try to get that working. Actually, that is a thing. If you ban so many profiles from the same IP, Twitch will kind of catch on and will IP ban you.
Yeah. And probably look into the person itself in general and probably ban them from Twitch.
Just basically see your IP that's constantly having profiles being banned from channels and be like, okay, just ban the rest. That can happen. Or suspend the account, like your main one. Anyway, that's a stupid thing.
Yeah.
More trash. Okay. Do we have any more bags left? Because those were my two main topics and we just entered that third one. We got any more bags of trash in the truck?
I don't know. I don't even remember what I put up on the list of stuff we could talk about.
All the stuff that we could talk about, I don't really see any trash. So I don't see any trash in the truck. I love this metaphor. It just keeps going.
Apparently, your Twitch account successfully logged in. Yeah, I know. It's amazing.
Oh,
apparently
speaking
from my city
of more, I have another thing to trash.
Oh, good for you. What the bellow?
I mentioned this earlier, and sure, I guess it could be a little bit more on the private scale, but somebody guessed my password on Steam. Actually, they probably knew it, but yeah.
Oh yeah, you got Chinese.
I got Chinese hacked. I don't know if it's really they hacked or anything, but they did get the password, right? So I'm pretty sure that was really the only important thing that had that password. I think there's another thing I need to change it to, but regardless, yeah, that happened. And because of Steam Guard, obviously it sends me the email and gives me the code for it, so they can't get in without the code, and they don't have access to my main email.
My Ubisoft got hacked a few times from like Argentina.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've had my Twitch account from like, where was it? It was like Chicago or something. I don't remember, but it was like somewhere from there. And
at least closer to you.
Yeah, at least
but, like,
closer.
shine.
I think actually no. I think I've had someone from India as well. So India and China, one of the two worst places on hacking, or in the and Russia, but and a bunch of other places too. I'm not saying bad on the countries, but I'm just saying in general, you have a lot of hackers. Why? For a place with some strict rules, you should have some stricter rules on people hacking. But no, it's like, just do that. Oh, you're hacking? Well, you're gonna be going to jail. And it just like looks close, like, oh, you're hacking somebody from the U.S. Nah, continue on. I don't want to watch. It's basically.
I think it's like, as long as you don't attack us in our own country, you're fine, man.
Right. It's more so just the U.S. because almost everyone apparently hates them, which can't blame them when it comes down to some things, especially lately.
Oh god, I think, but I think we're done with the trashing. I mean,
yeah, I think we've unloaded the truck now, and basically everything's burned at this point.
In the
I'll tell you now, we have our own at this point, it's like we have our own personal landfill, and there's just a bunch of stuff in there, you know? There's a lot. Yeah. If you ever decided to light a match and throw it in there, it'd explode big time, which actually that is a real thing. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't throw stuff in the garbage can. That's our thing, okay?
I'm saying the rule thing of landfills. Don't throw fire. Don't have anything don't bring flammable or the ability to do that. It's very flammable, okay? Don't bring a match, don't bring a lighter, don't do any of that crap, because one wrong thing and you could explode the entire place. It's gonna be a big kaboom. A lot of carbon dioxide and monoxide.
Actually, I don't know, you may have something to trash from one of the topics just because of what happened.
One of the topics? Which one?
Yes.
That. Oh.
Because of how it ended.
We'll go into this. So I will start. Recently, not really recently, it's been quite a bit since we when we were getting introduced. Well, I'm saying like whenever we got the deal for it.
Yeah, it was like 3 weeks ago we did this.
No. I'm saying like not when we did this. I'm saying when we first got into the whole point. But a friend of ours, True Nightmare, I will shout him out in a minute. True Nightmare.
I can't do that because
I can do it. I can do it. Hold on. Actually, hold on. Let me see if I can just do that. So, I think it's SO on mine. Actually, no.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't know his name.
It's just True Nightmare Gaming.
Yeah, I know, but I'm lazy. Okay. Shh.
Think that should be it? No. I put it on other stuff.
So our dear friend.
Yeah, I actually did that, but okay, that's kind of broken. To fix that. Also, my laugh's starting to sound like him. It's a little weird. Okay, so actually, it's starting to sound like him. That's how you know I've been hanging out with someone.
Guys.
Okay. So forget the freaking shout out. I'll type it in the chats. Cause Jesus Christ,
should I continue telling them what we're talking about?
Okay, so basically what happened is our good friend decided to... Basically he asked, would we ever be interested in playing D&D, Dungeons & Dragons? And in reality, I've never played it. I imagine not either. I never really watched it either. I never really watched anyone play it. I knew what it was about, I knew how it was.
Movies and stuff that has it in it.
Yeah, I mean...
and people that have watched like the first episode of Stranger Things knows where that they barely the first like 5 minutes.
But yeah, there you go. I don't know.
Good job.
There you go. That is his link. So go check him out. I did the Twitch thing. He has a YouTube as well, but he mainly streams, so I'm just giving you the Twitch link, and you can watch those early before they archive. He does videos still, but mostly streams. Anyway, back to my point. Basically asked if we want to be that, and we said sure. Well, and took a while, but we, made our characters. Took longer for us, mainly me, I guess, to go for the backstory, and did all that, and decided to give us a tutorial on how stuff works. So, got us on this website and had us do a tutorial. Did pretty well most of the time. I got a lot of lucky shots. I don't know how the hell that happened. I've had it where I was like super close to somebody, and I rolled like 20s, and I was like, oh, because it was just like, well, you're gonna have to use the, what was it called? Where it's the lower one. I forget the disadvantage one. I guess it's just like
because
you have to use the disadvantage roll because I was super close with a ranged weapon. So it's like, okay, well, roll for it, see how bad you do. Like, okay, get 20s, and it's just like, oh, you just destroyed that guy's face. I'm like, yeah. Or actually, he asked me where I wanted to hit. I'm like, the face. Like, basically, just like super close to just did that like 3 or 4 times. Like, how do I keep getting all these good shots? I did do some bad shots too, but point overall, that was great.
It was basically Archer for the whole game. I think he had the sword out.
I had it a couple times, but that was mainly when they were closer to me, so I try not to use range. But we also had an NPC in there that we unlocked from basically from a prison cell. Somebody over here decided, okay, he was gonna be the enemy dude. Just like, okay, I'm just gonna be the jerk who goes to the chest filled with his possessions. At the time, we didn't know that. I guessed it. I was like guessing, like, he took like the stuff out of it, and he's like, oh, here's all this stuff. Gave me a couple potions, well, at least was nice about it. And I was just sitting there like, yeah, you got his 2 swords. And I was like, okay. And then I go in there, and I was thinking to myself, like, wait a second, that stuff was out there. This has got to be his, right? And then True, he has to narrate the NPCs and what they say. And he basically said, like, oh, my stuff was out there. And I'm like, son of a... and like,
hey, he could at least keep the armor.
Yeah, of course I had to roll was it perception? I think. Like, I had to roll perception to, like, for my
Insight, I think it's for that.
Perception. I don't know, but I was basically one of my character to like try to think or try to understand if Swede took the guy's stuff, was a thief. And of course my guy failed that, so my character didn't know. I obviously know because I saw him do it. But point overall.
And then was like, I think you once asked me and I tricked you, but oh yeah, I lied like 3 times I think, and every time you say that.
Yeah, and then of course we have this whole thing where True was thinking, okay, we're gonna have this huge battle. We were gonna have like 7 or I think it was 7 different people, and then we had the main boss, the master, as I called it. And let's just say what happened is we were supposed to go left first because there was basically god tier weapon to the left. We didn't go left. We went right, straight into the enemy's camp, or straight into where they are. And it was basically like a main hall room. But go into there, have to face all these guys. It took quite a while. He died, and
got revived.
I revived him, and I had to heal myself a bunch of times because I have a healing thing. And going through all that. At one point,
he basically gets the kids.
Yeah, at one point, he took off. He made the NPC run off because he was being a jerk. So he made the NPC run off, and he came back later. But all that happened, and we ended up killing the boss, who had a lot of health.
And I sniped from like half the room.
Yeah, I was going, like, I was the first one to almost be able to, but the problem is I aimed in the wrong direction because, the boss was in the dark where I couldn't see, limited view, so I couldn't actually see where they were. But anyway, that all happened, and killed the boss, and as soon as Swede goes in there, picks it up for himself. I don't even get a chance. And decides, maybe it would be kind of fun and just kill each other. Just like throws that out, and I'm just slowly walking away. And because of the whole fact of that, he gets a sneak attack, which, by the way, let me tell you something about this little annoyance. He gets a sneak attack, a crit. I think it was like an assassinate, like basically assassin bonus.
Two different abilities activated, two passive abilities activated at the same time.
There's a bunch of different
Lost
bonuses
my damage.
throw in, and let's just say all that basically obliterates me. And then the NPC is there, which obviously the NPC's not for it. He's not for Swede killing me. It's like, oh, I'll help. Didn't help with shit. We died. I died. NPC died. He lives with the god thing, which he tells me afterwards. Oh, I would have gave you that if you would have won. Like, how the hell am I supposed to win? I'm running away from you. Didn't even go with a fair bout of saying, like, hey, or tell my character, like, hey, let's do. Like, I just want to duke it out with you.
I am
you could have been
fair.
An
assassin.
I know, but assassins have honor, which you don't. Now,
No, assassin doesn't have honor. Thief has honor.
Assassins
But it depends what kind of assassin.
I'm saying assassins have honor, and most of the time assassins have a client. Like, they have to go against just them, and the rest is collateral, and it docks their pay. So that's an issue.
Just also, I want to talk about the NPC. He had I think True said it was like he had 40 health.
Yeah, he was. Okay, the NPC itself was very bulky, and he was like a very strong person.
He's basically a tank.
Yeah, he's basically a tank, a malnourished tank because he was in prison for a while, but still a tank. And yet he gets killed by the god weapon because it was like a god crossbow.
No, I used the sword. I didn't pick up the weapon. I used the sword on you. And here's the thing. I literally
No, you used the crossbow on me. You used the sword
on
him.
No, I'm dead serious. Bow, I think.
I'm pretty. I don't know. Point is, it happened and still killed me anyway. But overall, they died. He lived. Me died too. And that was it. And of course, True makes the whole joke of like, well, time to reel over your character. Like, no, that was a tutorial. Ain't happening. Of course, in the tutorial, he had it against where we couldn't hit each other. But in the main, like, one shot we'll be doing, we're not going to be doing a full campaign because that would take forever. But the one shot we'll be doing, let's just say that if we aim anywhere near each other, we're going to be hitting each other a lot. Especially if it's low rolls. It's gonna be fun.
And
I'm actually sitting
True
over
got
here.
so fucking surprised when I obliterated the NPC. I literally one-hitted it.
That's another thing. He was actually completely surprised with the fact that we were still alive in that entire fight, because he was like sitting there thinking like, oh, this is only gonna take like maybe a couple of hours or something. It's not gonna be too bad. It was like what, 5 in the morning for him?
No,
4 in the morning.
3
2?
for me too. But we started like 10, and it's kind of like taking half an hour. It took us 4 hours to complete this.
It took a while to complete it because we actually beat it, and then he kills me at the end. But regardless, we still beat it, and that was a part of the accomplishment. I would say because I helped.
I killed an old man, by the way.
I killed a lot of people.
Oh, you killed like 5.
I killed more than 5. Your puny little, whatever the hell you had, freaking a dagger? I don't know what the hell one is. Little punes and everything else, and I was getting the freaking god shots. I don't know what the hell that was. I think I just hurt myself. Let's just say, got a lot of people. I helped, and
Yeah, no, nothing. My phone. I'm just looking for my phone. I found it. Don't worry.
Cool.
Continue to talk about your D&D experience where you died.
All I'm saying is, in reality though, I'd actually like to see if there's like some kind of website or program or game, I guess, where it's basically it's the same system of D&D, but you don't need anyone else. So you can play it by yourself, which actually in reality you can. That is a thing you can still do anyway, but I don't have my own campaign, and I don't feel like re-rolling a character just for it, or using my own. But regardless, it's a thing. You can do it yourself. It's fun, but you can do it. I just like basically something that is like generated in a way, like a generated type of like thing to do, and you could basically just like a story or someone's made and just throw it in there. It narrates itself. You don't have to be the DM. It's like a computer being the DM for you. But regardless, yeah.
So basically a normal
nice.
RPG.
In a sense, but except you're rolling for it. You still have the dice mechanic.
Hmm.
Like if that was a thing. I don't know if it is a thing. If it is a thing, somebody let me know, because I feel like that'd be fun. But
or at least one that works for 2 players, because that would be both me and
okay, if it could be like the players. Okay, if there could be, you can have multiple players in it, but the DM can be, can do all that stuff by itself. It's a computer. That's
then oh god, you and me would have really fun.
It's like an RPG, like a normal RPG game, but it's dice rolling. Like the same difference like that.
And like the moment is like, where do you want to go? Then you tell them.
It's still like the tabletop type of deal. Yes, but
yeah,
same experience. The only difference is it's automated. But yeah. But yeah, that'd be nice. And I guess whenever we get into it, we'll talk about it, because we're gonna be doing this all for fun. Obviously, we're not gonna be recording or streaming any of it when we get into the actual one shot. But I'd say it'd be pretty fun.
I don't know. True may stream everything from his side, because
I'd imagine no, because he said no. Like, I mean, I mentioned to him, I said like, is this mainly just gonna be fun, or how's it gonna be? And he said like, this one's mainly gonna be for fun and to get everyone into it, because not everyone knows how to play it. And down the line, after we're done with this one, then maybe we can do something with it.
Yeah. And talk about game.
Talk about what?
Well, talk about games and board games. I want to go into the topic above the D&D one then, because like, as you know, people that knows us knows that we love gaming a lot, and anime and movies. We love a lot of stuff.
Let's just say, if you could be a nerd for something, it's us.
Yeah. But basically, when we were on board games and stuff, it was like, I watched Jumanji, the original one. Was it just 2 days ago or 3 days ago?
I mean, I still like the new one, and of course I'm making another one to it, but it's definitely not as good.
I have not seen the new one yet, because I wanted to see the OG one first. But yeah, so basically, if those who have
you
seen,
definitely do if you want to get the Easter eggs. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you have not seen Jumanji, it's basically a board game. A really fucked up board game.
For those who wish to leave their world behind.
Yeah, and I'm like, but here was because I started thinking, because I was thinking about SEO at the moment also. What would be worse? Like, what would be the worst case to die? Because like in SEO, you had what was it called, the first one? The nerve gear.
Yeah.
And that's like, if you died in SEO, you died in real life. Like, you got a shock to your brain that fried it.
You know what really sucked though? You just died from medical causes. Because you're in a hospital. I mean, most of them got moved to a hospital.
Yeah, but they mentioned that in the anime. How many years is they gonna survive if they don't get out of the game? Like,
I know, but I'm saying, like, not everyone's body is the same way where they can withstand malnourishing that much. They can't. Yeah. Not all bodies are the same. So you could just have somebody who just randomly dies from heart failure or liver failure or whatever, just out of nowhere, just right then and there.
Yeah, that's side issues that is like, but that's stuff we can't control. That's like the stuff we can't control. But
in reality, though, I mean, okay, to kind of go with the topic, I'll explain it for you. I mean, I don't have to, but I'm gonna, because I need to talk here too. So, the whole deal is basically, would you rather get stuck in a virtual world, basically a game like SAO, basically get stuck there and I don't know, just like how would you fare better? Like, doing that, or getting sucked into a board game, into like a jungle type of deal, like have to go freaking Survivor over here, and have to face off against a lot of different type of animals and creatures and freaking guy with a shotgun. Old dude with a shotgun.
Is Van Pelt in the new one too?
He's not.
That
Sucks too. He's actually
he was
a
the
good
best.
character.
Yeah, Van Pelt was fucking amazing. It was
It's
like
kind of funny, but
bloody now Sonny Jim, the most British guy you could ever have. He has
He was
like
British.
a
I think he
rifle.
was-
He's pretend. I think he's meant to be British.
Maybe Scottish. I don't know. Questions for later. Point overall is basically which would you rather go for? If you haven't seen the original Jumanji, do recommend you do because it is pretty good. Sure, it's older, but hey, it's definitely one of Robin Williams' greatest. Is at this rate. Well, no, there were some other good contenders, but all grand on that. Plus, just a lot of different deals, which is funny because I have walked around. I've seen a lot of actual Jumanji board games just sitting there. Freaking ran across like a paper one when I was at the dollar store yesterday. I was like, funny.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just basically, which would you think you do better in? Me, I'd say obviously probably the, something like if it was SAO specifically. Probably.
I think we would do kind of very because we both are like.
I'd say it would be good, but at the same time probably not because we're not great. He says he's professional, but I but we're not exactly the greatest, but we're good in our own right. Me, not as much. I'd say you're probably still a little bit better.
We both would be that fisherman on the 22nd floor.
Absolutely. Actually, that probably would be me. That probably would be me. I love that. But I mean, honestly, it's just something that probably be easier because obviously you have system assist in a sense, like that kind of helps you in doing stuff that you normally can't do. You don't have to rely on your own strengths because you have stats that you can boost of yourself, of your character. Obviously, you can make yourself better by leveling up and everything. However, you have Jumanji's area where you are yourself. You're your own kind of thing, and if you are absolutely not fitted for survival, it's not gonna happen.
You are fucked.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. You have to get dead crazy into like a complete survivor professionally right away. Freaking turn into Bear Grylls right now.
I mean, if you go back to the original one, he basically got sucked into the game, and then so he survived 26 years in the game. Yeah, and that's the thing. He survived the game for 26 years because he was stuck in it.
He was a kid, came out as an adult. Surprisingly, yeah, I'll tell you this right now. My beard is very close to that. I have not been doing very good with this. The only reason why is because I want to get a haircut before, because I don't want to have freaking in proportion on them both. It's very annoying. Also, because I mainly just suck at it, so it's better if they do it. I do it wrong. But anyway, overall is my beard's pretty close to the way Robin Williams comes out when he comes out of the board game. Just like, wow. It's not really there, but you can see the similarity if you were to look at it. So yeah, that's kind of my opinion on it. I mean, I feel like obviously SAO or something like that, or in a game, you have an assist from the system itself or from the game's rules, but Jumanji you don't. It's completely you have nothing helping you, just your wits and everything else.
Yeah, and that begs the question, because the question was
well, if it's Jumanji in this sense, if it's a board game that has certain rules like that, so if it's like a tabletop and you can upgrade level up its stats like that, then yeah, probably if it applies to you or something like that. I mean, I guess it would work. I mean, with the new... Well... I'm not going to say it. There is a different system in the new Jumanji. It's not the exact same. There is a new system to it, because it leans toward a video game, because it's in the trailer. It's obviously to know that the board game turns itself into a video game to attract the new people into it because they didn't want to play the board game. Like, oh, this is stupid. So it turns into a video game.
Who plays board games anymore?
Like, who plays board games? Turns itself into a video game. Oh, looks cool. Sucked in. Sucked into the TV. But, yeah. So basically, that's how that works. I can't wait to see the new one. Like, the sequel.
Yeah, I need to see the new one. The first new one
good.
Before I say that.
It's pretty good. There's some like kind of cringy moments, but what movie doesn't these days?
I mean, it's Jack Black and The Rock. What do you expect?
Okay, first off, Jack Black plays an amazing role, and that actually does pretty good at what character he is. It's kind of funny, but The Rock, it's a rock. That's what he does.
Yeah, it's The Rock. Like
there's no explanation needed. There's no explanation needed. He usually does pretty good at his roles.
So does Jack Black. Like, I love him as an actor. He's one of the greatest.
I think he's awesome in general because, I mean, obviously you got freaking him as an actor, Tenacious D. Now he has his own gaming channel. I haven't caught up on that. I'm many videos behind on it, but he has his own gaming channel, which is funny because the initial idea was to play games, but then it got like all, I don't know, he didn't have the proper equipment or anything, so he had to like wait to go out and buy it and all that other stuff. So he does all these other stuff. So instead of like being games, like something around gaming, he'll probably go to like some pinball thing or play frisbee or something or do some other crap. Like, it's pretty funny. Shout out to that. Regardless, it's fun.
We went off topic of our topics, like usual.
Hey, that's what a podcast is. If you say strict, if you say strict to a topic, it gets boring. Like, sure, that's what you want if it's like a really interesting one, but if you just stick straight to topics, you don't have any fun with it, you don't get off topic and think of some other stuff to make it funny, then what's the point in it?
But this one would be quick. If we can, I think we should go off this one because it was more a quick one mostly. But
yeah, it was mostly a quick one, so it's perfectly fine to go a little bit off.
So now we're going to. I want to say this. As he said, if it's like a video game type of board game, like if it's like if you get like a stat stuff in the game.
Basically, we'll say this. I mean,
if it's like D&D,
if they're both basically, oh my god, if it's D&D, you're basically screwed. Because if it always has to go for the luck of the roll, I don't think you're ever gonna do very good. If you're just sitting there, you're stuck in the game, you just have like a pair of dice in your hand or something, just like.
I will say
like, okay,
it depends on the board game you play.
Roll.
I want to say it depends on the board game.
Like, it depends on the board game. Because D&D is luck.
If it's D&D, I would say it's. I would rather die in like. I think that would be the worst way to die because it's based on luck. But if it's like, if it's the old Jumanji, then I think it would be worse to die in SEO.
Yeah, that would be horrible.
At least when you die in Jumanji, the original one, at least get shot and you die more, or you get eaten by crocodile. Was it the crocodile? Was it an alligator?
You just die.
You die.
I mean, you die.
Yeah.
With SEO, it's not immediate. Like, I don't think
it's
it's
like
immediate.
10 seconds.
You get like 10 seconds or something, and then like you're just sitting there like, I'm gonna die.
Unless you kill it though, and fucking shit, that fucking bastard. It even says in the novel, you died, and it's like, nah, I'm gonna go stab Heathcliff first. Like, you're dead. Nah, I'm gonna stab him.
Few-year-old thing. I think what 2014, 15. I don't know. I think it was 2014.
2012.
Oh, 2012. Okay. Point being, pretty old. Catch up if it's something you'd want to watch. But I don't know.
That's like the end of this first arc anyway.
Watch the first arc. Second arc really isn't that necessary. It just introduces a couple characters, only one that matters.
Characters that is not gonna be used again, like.
It introduces one character that matters, and the rest doesn't.
Oh yeah, Yui. No wait, she's introduced in the first one.
No, she's in the first one. I was talking about Leafa in that case. Like, it doesn't really matter, but I'm saying like she is part of the main crew.
Yeah, she's part of the arc. Then
she's part of the main crew, I guess.
she's like
We're
everyone else.
not gonna get into it, but let's just say it's kind of an annoying arc, and it doesn't really get very good until Alice's
Any
pops up.
Halo arc
anyway.
this far, to be honest, is just irritating. Like the two arcs that exist, except the last one, but that was more because it wasn't about the game. It was more about the character story there.
That I'm perfectly fine with, because I feel like every character should have a narrative. I feel like characters should have a narrative that express them and make them a character, not just freaking set them on the sideline and make them into plain out nothing. Which is probably why you hate Silica in the first place.
You piece of shit.
Because
Go
she has
duck.
terrible writing.
And the one episode she's in, she's not good either. It's like
She's needs to be carried the entire time, and she's just freaking. I guess
It's
she's basically
13.
added into the freaking harem, even though she's 13. Which sure, that's only that's only what, 3 years? What is it? 3 years or is it 2 years? I don't know. Something like between what.
is it
her and
15 in
Kirito
Japan?
No. I was saying like how old Kirito is versus her. Only a few years, which
So
in
he's
reality.
17 in the end.
No.
Yes, he is. He's 17 in the end of the arc. No, he's 16 in the end of the arc because he's 1 year younger than Asuna.
There you go. Anyway, that's the thing. I mean, I have the spoiler warning up and you're going nuts. Point overall, it's not great. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Let's not talk about Celica.
let's get out of the whole spoiler territory and let's just move on to other crap, and let's not really. Okay. I'm just gonna mention you were going the whole what we used to do is like, okay, now let's get into or something like that's like, I don't know, it just sounds
Let's get
wrong.
into
Like, I'm just
My
saying,
Little Pony.
no, I'm just saying it sounds kind of forced or sounds scripted that we're trying to jump into topics. Like, I don't want anything to be
We
scripted.
don't really have any. Let's jump into something else. It's like, yeah, we gonna jump into something else.
I mean, I get it.
If
It's
we
kind of
talk too much
trying to
about-
push it out, but it just basically just gets scripted, and kind of feel like some things just need to keep going. I mean, sure, me and you don't have a lot going on in our lives in general, so we have to talk about other things. We had a lot going in our own lives.
Ooh, I can
Then
talk
things
about
will go.
me. I finally played Resident Evil 2.
Okay, we'll go with this.
We can talk about that a little bit
You know
because
Latest
I've not
plays.
talked about
Latest games we played. There you go.
that. I mean,
Yes,
you've
bingo.
already talked about your latest plays. I have not.
Actually,
You have talked both about Outer Worlds and you have talked about.
I haven't
Warfare.
explained. I haven't really talked much about Outer Worlds, so I'll go into that more. But you go with yours first.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the 2 Resident Evil games I have played lately because I've started playing 4 again because I had to
Same here.
complete the game. And for those that don't know it, I streamed that on YouTube because I started the series there, and I'm gonna end it on that note. So if you wanna go watch my Resident Evil streams, the other one is in I think February or January.
Just make a
So they are
playlist.
not. I'm thinking about it, but I want someone to moderate. I can't. I'm too lazy to moderate that part, like doing it myself.
Well, it's not
So-
hard. Just freaking go. Just scroll.
I know!
Just okay. You can go to your creator studio and search Resident Evil 4, and there you go.
But
You get all your
But-
videos if they're titled.
But
with the
yeah,
name in there.
lately I have been playing like the story again because I'm gonna complete it so I can buy Resident Evil 5. Because I don't wanna buy it until I have actually completed the Resident Evil 4.
Somebody should have told me that. I bought the bundle. I bought the 4, 5, and 6 bundle.
I have 6 already because I bought it.
I bought the bundle. So
Yeah.
the triple threat,
So,
like it's called.
and
Go ahead.
yeah, so let's talk first about Resident Evil 4 because that's the latest. And so, but yes, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. I think it was yesterday.
Let's go for it.
So I was fighting Salazar.
Salazar, you
Oh,
freaking
God, that
20-year-old
fucker.
bastard.
So basically, he decides to morph in with a flower, and you sit there like, why? Why did you do this? Why did you even bother? Like, I got
Probably
so
some-
bothered about it because it was like, why, it's so dumb.
I mean, it's not the first time Resident Evil's done that. I mean, look at Plant 42. May his vines rest in flames. Or exploded deals, because it depends on what path you took. I'd take flame.
I don't know.
Go for it.
But basically, and then we watch, and I was like, I'm basically sitting and shooting a flower.
E.T. flower.
Yeah. And I'm like, why? What is my purpose? And more like, you start questioning your purpose, and I'm like, I'm literally sitting here killing a flower because it tells me to. It tells me to kill this guy.
Isn't that just how games work? Because something tells you to?
Yeah, but that is like when you start
once you
killing
start
something,
questioning what you're doing, I mean, it starts getting a little odd. There's one game that works in very much particular, but I'll get into that in a bit.
Yeah. And so like, and then I'm like, oh, why? And then you have like, and then you start going into, then you start meeting these huge guys. Like after you've killed the boss, you complete the chapter 4 of 4, or part 4 of 4 of chapter 4. That's the last part of the, and you get into chapter 5. You just go a bit like normal, like every like start of every chapter in this game is like, and every part, but it's like you can work like the first like 2 doors without any shit. Then you get surrounded by 50 guys, and you're like, hi, I don't have ammo. Let's use my knife. Just telling you, the knife is the fucking best weapon.
Isn't that the cattle? I think I'll plug us or something. No, that was another thing. That's the main thing. What is it called? It's something. I forgot what the hell cattle is in Spanish, but basically, yeah, cattle. I think that's who you're talking about.
Well, they have a knife, so
yeah. But there's
a knife you have it.
There's something funny I found about Resident Evil 4 is the grammar. It's just hilarious because I mean it's a title, but it's funny because if you think about it, they're like, oh, the El Gigante, and it's actually the giant, the giant, and then like, oh, we are. It's like the cult, the Los Illuminados. Like, you mean the illuminated? Okay, you're just. It's so funny. It's just like it just keeps going.
It is the beginning of Illuminati.
I don't know. It's funny, just like that. If you think about it like that, just like rough translation is really the. It's kind of funny.
Oh god, it's like that's so irritating because when you start translating stuff.
But it's a title, so it makes sense to have the and then like say la or las or something like that. So I guess it makes sense because like that's actually their title. It's not meant to be translated, but technically it's a translation.
Yeah, but back to my story here, where you like I think it's like you go up the road in the. Yeah, that's the mine thing first, but that's perfectly fine. Like except the car part that was really irritating because. Becomes like a chainsaw guy, and that's those is irritating, like the chainsaw guys. But okay, so I'm in part 5.2 right now. So I'm part 5.3, 5.3 I think, because I think I completed 5.2. No, where am I in 5? I don't know. But there's like those. Okay, so where I am, there's huge guys with like that are. This is gonna sound fucking racist, but they're a huge black guy that start to kill you.
Okay.
And then regenerate. The fucking bitches regenerate.
As bad as
and then I'm like, I need my fucking sniper. I sold it because I needed money. So I sold my black tail pistol because I needed cash to buy the sniper rifle.
This is how I feel, because I sold my shotgun in order to get space for the RPG, and of course RPG's one hit, then the weapon disappears. But basically I spent the entire like rest of it just like, okay, now I have to go freaking buy another shotgun, and then eventually the new one came out, I'm like, oh, I don't even need this old one anymore.
Yeah, I sold the old one because I got the riot gun.
I'm saying I bought the old shotgun back. Like, okay, cool. Go to the next the next chapter. It's like, oh, riot gun's available. Like, sell this gun back for less than I bought it for. Buy this thing. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Like with the blacktail, I'm like I sold it for 83,000, like because I had upgraded a bit, and then I bought it back for like 25k, and this rifle for 35, and I'm like, if I just update the damage on this piece, I don't really need the capacity yet. But so basically, I had an infrared scope, and I was like, oh, so that is how you kill this fucker. Because they have parasites on them that you can see with the infrared scope. I'm like, this got easy now.
Oh, look at that, straps. Yeah. One question I have to ask is, what do you think of Ashley? I think that's going.
Ashley?
Yeah.
Ashley's a bitch. Fucking bitch, cause like, oh, you're gonna jump down this fucking garbage dump? Yes, I am.
You know what's even worse is there's a regenerator right next to her when that happens, and those guys are spiking.
Yeah.
You could have just died by going down there. She could have. She landed right next to her. Like, Jesus. Fucking Ashley.
The best thing is when you open the first gate in there, you like, and I'm like, when I landed, I was like, he's gonna wake up.
Yeah.
10 meters later, he wakes up, and I'm like, told you so.
Yeah. What's annoying?
Then I locked that gate, stood behind the gate, sniped through the fucking fence basically, and just killed him.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, I'm done.
What's really annoying is something that it took me to have to watch someone's video. That I had to watch the video in order to actually think about. You realize every time you save her, like you save her from something, and then you tell her, "Hey, stay here for a minute." Then, shockingly, she doesn't get kidnapped at that time. She doesn't get captured again while you tell her to stay. But as soon as she joins you again, she gets kidnapped. Like, oh crap! And it's like, okay, okay, I got you back. And 10 seconds later, I'm captured again. Like, son of a, you were worse than Princess Peach. What? At least I'm not getting this shit. At least I'm not getting this shit with a freaking I'm in another castle. Thank God that's not happening. But come on.
Well,
at least the game didn't start with, oh, we're holding her in this church. Go down there. Haha, sucker, it's in the other one. At least they didn't do that.
Yeah, and you're like, for fuck's sake, no, that's what's happening. Like after chapter 3, it's like you have to run after. Chapter 3 and 4 is basically trying to save her from them. And it's like, haha, she's on another island.
It's just...
For fuck's sake, can you let me just save her and get out of this fucking place? I'm tired of zombies.
All I'm gonna say is, I feel like it's deserving and funny. Also, it makes no... It's a good thing he said. He made the... Like, he said what he did, but I feel like you're gonna find it funny what she says in the end.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna probably complete it like a 2-3 stream from now, hopefully.
Yeah, I find her last bit of dialogue kind of funny, but mostly because of what Leon says. I mean, he doesn't really say anything funny, it's just his response makes it that way, because it's just like, sucker.
Well, on to my Resident Evil 2 gameplay that was like.
Okay.
That I decided to go against Mr. Nexus advice. He was like, don't play it on the hardest. I'm like, so you say I should play on the hard.
I tried telling him not to, because, okay, here's the thing. We're not going to say what happens, like, you know how you just did. You were saying what happens every step of the way, because you're definitely going to spoil Resident Evil 2 in a way, because it's much different than the original. So, you say anything about it, it's going to be much different. But the point to go for is the hardcore mode, or whatever, I think that's what it's called, basically hardcore. Yeah, so in the original game, because it was back then, we used ink ribbons to save. It was traditional, it was a good way to go. However, the only way to use ink ribbons in this game, which I do find it cool they added that option, is in hardcore mode. That's the only way you get it, when, of course, back then we could do that in easy, so we'd still be doing fine difficulty-wise. He gets the worst of the matter, because he gets the hardest enemies, and he has to use ink ribbons to save.
And I don't have ammo, by the way, guys. I don't have ammo at the moment.
Also, I'm pretty sure you don't... And I'm pretty sure assist is not on there, so you can't use any type of assist. You're still on standard, so you kind of screwed.
Yeah, but here's the other thing though. So basically, this video should be up by now. I don't know if it is, but it should be up by now, as I uploaded today. Does it seem like it's uploaded? Wait,
I don't think it did.
Video.
You play it as
It's up.
Claire, right?
Yeah, I choose Claire because cute girls over the cute guy.
Bro. Leon. Anyway.
But I'm gonna say this, I think I said 1 hour in total. I just run around trying to figure out what to do.
Just to you because I can't send. I can't show it on stream at the moment because I don't have a way to. But keep going. I'll do this.
Yeah. So basically, 1 hour of the stream, I basically run around trying to figure out where the fuck to go. I think I can get to where I need to go without even have to do killing all the stuff that is in my way.
How can you not love that face? Ow.
Beautiful.
I would assume I could download it and show it on stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But basically, I don't know. I feel like with Resident Evil 2, horror is not that bad. It's just that I feel like, they're hard to kill, but it's so dumb because sometimes you can one hit them without an issue. Sometimes like a whole mag and still not dying.
It depends. Okay.
And then you have and then you have durability on your fucking knife. Because that. Can we just talk about they start the first time when you get bit the last time and you die? They don't even ever struggle. Actually, they let them bite before they try to struggle. They don't they just stand there letting them bite them, and then they're like, oh yeah, I shouldn't probably struggle because they're trying to kill me. You don't even give me an option to try to struggle out of it and then get bit and then throw him off. No, they have to bite me, then I can struggle out of it.
Yeah, I mean, the only way to actually get out of that is if you have a knife. Because if you have the knife, you can use it as the escape method.
Yeah, I used a flash grenade a few times.
Oh yeah, flash grenade too. Right. Flash grenade, knife, just anything you can basically shove into a mouth or something.
And for those who is achievement hunting, that game achievement where you have to shoot a grenade in the mouth of one of those guys.
I mean, hey, not bad. Cool.
Yeah.
Regardless, though, I mean, I've only been able to play up to. Wow. Have you run in? Okay, you haven't run into X, right?
No.
Okay. So I have on, how long I was able to play it, and I haven't been able to play it at all because, I was sharing it with a friend, he shared it with me, and, I'm not able to now. Mostly because my computer sucks, and that's the only way I can play it. So I'd rather have it myself. I'd rather have it myself on Xbox or something. One overall, it, let's just say, what was I going with? Okay. I do actually like all the new stuff they put in, and it's definitely a great remake in a sense. I mean, obviously I still love the original, and the remake definitely feels like it's a whole different game in comparison. To be sure, the original Resident Evil remake was great, and it definitely had new elements, but it just seemed like a director's cut. It just had more. This is a whole different deal.
Yeah.
And of course, again, X. Mr. X. Oh boy, he's lovely. Can't wait to get to that one. I mean, I know I did miss before, of what you play, but at the same time, I don't know if I'll actually watch while you're on Claire, because I didn't play Claire. I played Leon, because it was just what I did earlier on.
Yeah.
But just with Claire, I'm gonna be, I don't know the story of that end. It's two different stories going at the same time, and it goes differently. So,
That's weird, like how they do stuff like that. Like you play two different characters, the story is different. Like I get with like Chris and what is her name in the
Jill.
first game? Yeah, that's so different because like with Chris, something actually happens. Like
Something actually happens with them both.
yeah, I mean, that
Looks
final
like-
boss in the first game was so irritating.
Oh, it's that one. With both of them.
Actually, it
I mean,
was. I think that
more-
was
it's
like the
more
easiest
irritating-
one.
More irritating the way with Jill. At the same time, no. I mean, there's different ways that it can go around. I mean, with the first game, you know, it's either it starts with Jill and Chris is locked. You know, it's basically locked in a cell the entire time. It's same thing happens if you're Chris. That happens as well. But also Barry is just nowhere to be found in that one. Mainly because it's basically you have a companion in both. Jill has Barry, Chris has Rebecca, which Rebecca's cool. Yeah, there's all that. Of course, with the second game, before it was, as I mentioned to you, the system was, say, in Leon's deal, there would be a machine gun and a shotgun. So you could pick whichever one you wanted, and whichever one Leon chose, if you play Claire later, that's the only one Claire can pick is whatever you didn't choose. Now it just has its own set thing, which is kind of how the original one went anyway, because, you know, Leon gets a shotgun in the beginning in the weapons vault, and Claire gets a grenade launcher. Kind of how
Yeah,
it
I
works.
think it's like that was probably like you're meant to play a certain way with the. With Leon, you are more brute, but I think Claire is the smart one.
Well, I don't know if it's like the same system, but, you know, in the first one, it was that Jill had more inventory slots and could use lockpicks, but she had lower health, while Chris had more health, but
Less space.
you know, he had less inventory space and he got a lighter. Also, he had to freaking whatever it is. He had to find small keys for stuff he couldn't lockpick, which made the game harder. So Chris is definitely a hardcore way to go, and I used to stream that, but I don't do it these days. May get back into it, but I feel like the other Resident Evils would be a better thing to go for first. Anyway, I don't know how this new one goes in that sense, but regardless, I think it's a good game so far for what I've played, and I would like to actually play on an Xbox. A stream.
I may have to restart either the hardcore mode or restart the whole. I don't think I can do it without ammo or a knife.
I'd say just like, I mean, if you really have to, I'd say just start over and lower it a little. Just like lower it to the difficulty below that, just so you get autosave.
Yeah,
and just and then just like beat up to the point you're at now, and then go back on stream. So it's not technically a waste.
I mean, it depends if I can do what I think I can do. I can probably not need to stream it because I kind of break the game because, like, here's the thing with codes in games when they have like a limited amount. You can just sit and try everything because you know it's like, in the end I'm gonna get it. If it's like one of those where it's like 1 to 9 codes, those are harder to break because it's like a lot of different combinations. But when it comes to like the locks in Resident Evil 2, you can just sit like you can start with the first one being the one that goes around, then you put the middle one and the last one on different. Like maybe you switch the middle one every time you have got on one.
Well, still,
one
3
turn.
does give a lot of combinations.
Yeah, but when you have like only like 10 different letters, I think it's 5 letters actually. It goes pretty quick to go through them all.
It's still
Like
15. I mean, it's just a lot to go for. But regardless, I mean, yeah, that is a thing you can do, but I kind of feel like it just waters down the experience. Just wait until you get to a point where it tells you.
Yeah, I think I could have found everything, but I think it would be so much fucking. Thing is, I don't waste time. I do everything fast.
It is a waste of a time for me. That's what I'm saying. Like going through and trying different combinations, that's a waste of time. You're just sitting on one thing rather than trying to go on ahead, which you probably would have found the letter in the next area.
Yeah.
So it's better just to keep going.
What?
Plus, once you get to Mr. X, you're not gonna be able to sit around. You have to constantly move.
We're good for him.
Well, I'm just saying, because he's a extreme pain. It's much better in the original, in a sense, like trying... Oh, okay, it's not that it was better, it's that in the original, you could actually kill him for a time being. Like, if he had a lot of health, but if you killed him, he would disappear, and you could move along and do some stuff for a little while, and then he'll come back. But with this one, it takes a lot of ammo to take him down, and he'll just kneel there for about 30 seconds or a minute or two. And then he'll get back up and start moving again.
If you just put out the fucking, like, running in this game is so slow.
It's kind of is. I mean, I can see where you're going with
Like,
that. Kind of is. That's because it's not really a
like,
run or a sprint. It's just like a little jog, jog. I guess the other ones did too, but still.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, if it's Leon, he should have a little sprint because it's like, he's a cop, he should know what he's doing. Claire, I get, because...
That's the thing.
It's
Claire, her original deal was Elsa Miller, I think. I think that was her name. Or Elsa Miller, I don't know, but it was basically like a racer in a way. I mean, I don't know if they were trying to base her off that whole deal. That's not what she is, but she does have a pretty good pep in her step. I don't know. Regardless, good game.
Yeah.
Good game.
Well, over to you then. You want to talk a little bit about the Outer Worlds?
Yeah, a bunch of other like little tidbits what I've been going for. Yeah, I mean I mentioned Outer Worlds earlier. I'll say it right now, I mean, again with before we were mentioning the Craft Fest with Bethesda and I was mentioning New Vegas made by Obsidian. Same people made Outer Worlds. And so far I'm actually really loving the game. I mean, there's a lot of good moments and everything. I mean, I haven't gotten too far. I've gotten off the planet that you are first at, and I went to like some, I don't know, ship place. It's like a huge ship that has like it's like a neutral hanging ground for everyone. You know what I mean? Like, not hanging, like, you know, hung. Or whatever I'm saying, like, you know, natural like place to hang about, or you know, just like bars and shops and stuff like that in there. So it's like one of those areas. And I guess Inn's hotel, whatever. But there's all that, and what is it? So basically, in Fallout, you had the Pip-Boy and you had the VAT system. In this, it's time dilation. So it's like, you know, it slows down time while you're doing everything. While you do that.
Oh,
Kind of weird.
interesting.
But it's all pretty good. You can have up to 2 companions in this. So I found out. I've so far have 3 people, like, join the crew, in a sense. One of them I actually quite like. I think it's actually, I don't know why, just like an endearing character, I guess. Like, yeah, he's endearing.
Well, the thing that you talked about earlier,
Huh?
You talked in SFC, is about a guy that wanted to join you, that could do everything.
Oh no, that was another one. That one I found funny. Like, so there's this one character named Felix. This is funny. Like, okay, I joined. It's basically when you get to that one ship I'm talking about, and like you meet him there and you can talk to him for a second, and then when you come back to your ship, it's like, so just wanted to ask, could come along or anything, like, you know. And it's like, okay, you can ask him to explain himself. You could just be like, okay, you're already hired, or you can let him explain himself. And if you let him explain yourself, he'll just have this whole. He literally wrote down a speech on a letter, and he's like, hold on, I have this speech I wrote down. Let me go for it. You could just like let him talk and let him do it. And he's like, oh, you know, I'll be useful for you if, say, you need help in a firefight, or you need some guy who can help you drag some bodies or whatever. And there's an option after saying all that. He's like, firefights, dragging bodies, like drug stuff. Like, what kind of ship do you think I'm running? Like, it's funny that's an option. Like, I didn't choose it, but it would have been funny to pick that. I'm probably gonna go back through the game and do a jerk run, and that'll be some I pick. I don't know,
What
but
are you thinking? I
Yeah.
do drugs. I don't kill people.
no.
People just fall over on the bullet. Like, don't shoot. They die falling on the bullet.
But
In
the
there.
endearing character is named Parvati. I think that's how you pronounce that. Parvati.
I don't know.
But it, you know, she's pretty endearing. Is all. It's funny. There's like a whole quest system where you're just trying to get her to. It's basically like there's this like female lead mechanic or someone. She like runs the ship in a sense, and you know, she's interested in her. Don't know if she's interested back, all that crap. It's like a whole quest trying to figure all that crap out. You basically take her to a bar and have a conversation. But you know, with Parvati, just have a conversation about that crap. I'm like, okay, this is great. I don't know why, I just find it funny. But it's like, okay.
Viva. Bibbidi bobbidi bobbidi.
I don't know, but it's a lot of stuff, and what was it? Another funny bit. I don't know, but I like the character. And there's this other guy, a Viker or something. As they say it, Viker. It's just like some guy who's like for spiritual deals or sort of like a priest in a way, I guess, something like that. It's super fun. I'm not going to spoil the quest of it, but there is like a side quest where you have to go get this book form that's contraband. I'm not going to say anything about it for anyone who's going to play it. I'm not going to say anything about that because it's a good one, I guess. It's just something he can do, which I find is funny. He's by this spiritual guy, and one of his tactics is obviously for talking. So he's very good at talking with people and like perception and stuff like that. But then he also has a science skill that's very high and a hacking skill that's very high. Hacking. He was just like trying to explain like, oh, can I join your crew and all this stuff? Like, okay, what all can you do? He mentions all this stuff. It's like, oh, and I'm also good at hacking computers. And I'm like, the fuck does a priest do with hacking computers? What? This seems totally
Hey,
backwards.
how do you think he's gonna find children?
I don't know.
What?
I just found it like really funny. I'm like, wow, did not expect that one. Like, okay, sure, you know what, you're on board. Like, I can be someone with a good hacking skill, because there's a perk for every companion that they can boost your skill if they're in your party. So, you know, if they're good at hacking, which he is in this case, like he'll boost my hacking skill. That's how that goes.
Aye.
But yeah, I don't know. It's funny. Characters are great. Story so far is great. Definitely feels very New Vegas Fallout type, but you know, kind of better because it's not restricted to the Fallout playstyle. It's like an actual FPS with, you know, RPG elements. That's what it is. FPS RPG. It's very nice so far. I'm liking it. The only thing is, I'm having to use Game Pass because, you know, it came out for free. You know, you basically get it on Game Pass as soon as it came out. Literally, it came out like midnight, and I immediately got on it right away. I'm like, okay, gonna play it. And
he streamed it.
Yeah, I streamed it right as I played it. I was like, okay, I want to stream this right away. Boom. And the problem is that my Game Pass runs out November 12th, I think, and I don't have the money to bring that back. So it's gonna be a while before we get Game Pass again, and basically I'll lose the game at that point. So I don't know if it might come to a point where I might just buy the game. It's one of those games that I feel like I'd really enjoy to just keep playing. It's basically like how, I don't know, you said you've played Skyrim like a ton of times, right?
Just about 500 hours.
Yeah, we'll say that for me, that's kind of Outer Worlds feels for me. Like, it's one of those games where I want to invest a lot of hours into. So, it's one of them, like, I'm actually really enjoying it. So, highly recommend that one. What games have I been getting into?
I don't think you have played that much else. You talked about Modern Warfare, and that was earlier.
Modern Warfare. Talked about Outer Worlds.
You have
it's not really something to talk. It's not really something to get into because it's anything. But I'm trying to finish Gears 4 because I want to play Gears 5 because that came out recently. It's on Game Pass. So I want to try to beat 4 and play 5 before my Game Pass runs out, so I can just play it and go through that. So I don't feel like I'd actually buy 5. Not that it's a bad game. It's just it's not something I would actually see myself buying for any sake. Just for campaign or whatever. really much else to talk about. I mean, I've gotten into some mobile games, but that's not anything to talk about. It's whatever.
Oh yeah, tell me about I forgot that I'm playing a penguin game.
Oh. What was that about?
I don't fucking. So it was like I got a new phone. I have 3 phones at the moment. I don't know why. So basically, I was scrolling through games, so I was like, oh, I gotta download Blades. I gotta download.
You know, I played a little bit of Blades, like the prologue, and then I just uninstalled it. It's not that it's a bad game, it's just I never sunk my time into it, so I'm like, there's no point for it to be in my phone.
Yeah. And then I was like, Penguin's Isles. I'm like, what is this? It's a relaxing game. Interesting. Download. And basically, it's like just a clicker hero game.
Oh.
And in the end, it's like you need to wait to upgrade your island and your penguin, so you get more money to then later on get even more money, so you later on can upgrade even more. So I'm like, this is fun.
Yeah, I mean, I've been getting kind of into a mobile RPG, it's called Orna, O-R-N-A. It's kind of weird, I guess. I mean, it's a little different. It's basically the locations of the game is all based on where you are in the real world. So it uses GPS on your location. It doesn't obviously tell you location or send location to any of that. It's pretty much trustworthy, okay? So you don't have to worry about that bit. But it's that, okay, so in a sense, I'm trying to think of all this crap. Basically, it's just that it's like a GPS thing, so you go like it's like having different kingdoms, different areas, and everything. I'm lucky to where I live to something nearby that basically makes it a shop. I don't understand it, but I don't know. So basically, you have to go if there's some place. It's like something sort of commercial, I guess. So if you like go to a Walmart or go to some like shop or whatever, some shopping district, you'll likely find things there in the game. You know, find a blacksmith or find a bestiary or whatever. Which I actually got a beast. Actually, I got a snake. The only reason why I got the snake was because it did 90% chance of attack. Everything else was like low chance of attack, while this one was 90%. Like, obviously I want a companion that's going to be attacking the enemy with me. Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not very good at explaining the game. It's just, you'd have to go look for it yourself. It's...
Yeah.
I mean, I would link it. I'll just say the link. It's just play orna.com. Just that. Yeah. Available on Android, iOS, whatever. Not sponsored at all. Say that now. Every time I have to explain this crap because people randomly think I'm sponsored because I'm talking about something. I don't know. Something kind of relaxing for me to play around with. Just an RPG that basically feels like a clicker in a way because I'm constantly just pressing attack, potion, attack, potion. Most of the time I don't need the potions anymore unless I'm going to get somebody that's a way higher level than me. Found a boss today. Freaking Golem. I'm not facing that. It goes like level 90.
Oh god, boss is so irritating in mobile games. It feels like if you play an RPG on a PlayStation or PC, it's like boss isn't that hard at. But when you get to a phone, it's like, are you serious?
I mean, this boss, like, I think I'm like level 40 something, and this one is level 90, 4 stars, and I think my rating is 2 stars. But I have, I'm level 40, like 2 star, and he's like 4 star, level 90. I'm like, there is no way I'll do any damage to this guy. Even if I do, his health is probably gonna be freaking huge, and he'll probably be taking 90 hit points away from me every hit, or 100 or something. Like, okay, I can't do that. That ain't happening. I don't know, just random stuff to get into.
Yeah.
Random thing. I was kind of thinking of just doing some like casual stream or something, and then like on the sideline have that open. So I would have like a screen capture of it on the stream, just me like playing that in the background while we're also doing something else. But
And what do you do about do like a talk where you see them just talk and they have like the game maybe on the side while you're playing, while you're talking and stuff?
I mean, it's kind of a thing. Like I'd kind of do that, but at the same time, be something like a little bit active. So it's like doing like a back and forth in a way. So it's like we're playing a game, but it's like a game where it doesn't exactly require all attention. So I don't know, it could be just something like
Maybe
random.
like we say you play Minecraft and you then start like doing a mob farm like that you need to wait for.
I mean, it could be. Like, it could be something like I just wait for. Like, okay, I can't do anything. I have to sit here anyway. So I just go over there and grab the phone and like have some on the screen, something like that.
Yeah.
Also, a game that I like to get back into is the Lifeline series, which is like a text RPG, but choose your own thing. It's just text on the screen, no visual. But I'd like to get back into that. Only problem is if I was to stream that, it's one of those games where it's like, you get to this certain choice, like this character will be back, and it's like wait, and you'll probably sit there waiting for like an hour or two, or sometimes even if it's like they're going to sleep or something, you have to wait like many hours before they respond again, but the game keeps going, like a weird real-time waiting.
Huh.
I mean, it's fun, but it's much better in some of the games. If you die, like if you immediately just get yourself killed, you can immediately turn on like fast mode, where it'll just like it'll immediately go on. You don't have to wait at all. It'll just immediately go. I mean, it works, but it kind of makes the game beatable, easier, faster.
Yeah.
Faster, man. I don't know. That's basically that talk. Recent games, because I've got nothing else to go for.
Yeah.
What else want to go for? What else? Huh. Did we just turn into villagers? Yeah, turning into villagers over here. Unless you want to turn into pillagers and just go. I'm grumpy.
And then people's gonna be like, unsubscribe, unfollow, report.
I don't know if they report. I don't know. That's another thing I kind of want to do on stream is play Minecraft, but I don't really know what. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I just don't really feel like getting back into otherwise. I mean, it's no reason. I just don't really feel it. I mean our series our series with diversity, it's like,
It is a map and
it doesn't really seem that fun. I mean, it was kind of fun, but only because we made it that way. Otherwise, it's just kind of like meh. It's good. It's just I was kind of meh, whatever. It's not something I'm actively wanting to get back into.
I mean, it's like something we're still gonna have to finish it because I think it's like the first 2 things we did. I think we did 2 things, but like it was a little bit.
We did like the space one, and then we.
Yeah, I think we got like the board one, but I think we're gonna get into puzzle. I think we talked about next time and something else.
Oh, you want to do the parkour one?
Oh yeah, it's the parkour one also. God, that one is where we're gonna be like, we got a fucking thing. If I remember, it wasn't that bad of a parkour, but like
this is the guy in Sky Factory that died from a 1-block jump.
And it was not even that like fucking. It wasn't even like jump up to something. It was literally a jump over a hole.
By the way, I recently watched some folks that were playing Sky Factory 4, and I'm over here like, okay, they changed a lot where there's a lot of stuff you can't do, which I think in Sky Factory 4 they don't have chickens or anything like that, or a lot of stuff that's
they have something else instead.
Missing, but it just there's a lot of stuff in 4. I'm like, God, I really want to play that. Because you can't die. I mean, you can't die traditionally. You can't fall off into the void and have to go collect your stuff. You fall down, you immediately. It's just like a continuous fall where you'll immediately go back to in the air and you'll fall, and you have to just land back onto your base. That's it. Like, I was just like, okay, so technically, I mean, you can still die from the fall damage, but it depends on how low your base is.
Well,
there's still a lot of stuff seem nice. Whatever out, I mean, I guess we could continue Sky Factory, but part of me is like, do I want to continue in 3, or do I just want to say screw 3 and we go into 4?
I can't go into 4, I think. That's the issue with me.
You should be able to.
I mean, I can barely run 3.
Did you turn off all the stuff I told you to?
What stuff? Why? Yeah, I
Terrain
turned off.
animated, rain animations turned off.
I always turn off that if I
Water
can.
animation turned off. Probably don't even need water particles or lava particles. Don't really need those.
No. Well,
Oh, and the one
yeah.
where it won't animate anything you're not looking at.
I have fixed. I should have turned off everything. I should. I always do that.
I don't know. I think the best way to go is get about 200 to 300. I'd say about 300. Be safe. $300. Go buy a GPU. Get a good one. Get an Nvidia. Don't go with AMD. You know what? I think I found a trash bag lying in the back of the truck.
Nvidia. Oh, you're gonna talk about the AMD stuff you have issues with.
Oh, I found
Right.
another trash bag. We missed one. Time to head back to the dump. Back to the landfill. I just remembered this one. So, okay. AMD. This was back in the day when I got my pre-built computer, and I was like, okay, I kind of want to upgrade this thing because it's not that great. It didn't have like a dedicated GPU, it was integrated. So, basically to say, it's not the big one you buy, it was the one that was included in the motherboard, in the huge freaking chip in the computer. I try to put it in layman's terms for all those who don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But overall, at the time I asked people, what should I buy? Like, what is it I should get? Should I get it, or what model I should get, AMD or Nvidia wise? Like, you know, what could I get? And people were telling me different things. Some people say get a GeForce 1060, you know, get a GTX 1060, get this other stuff. Then someone recommended, oh, get AMD RX 470. Saying model names this right, but okay, get that. Like, okay, I might get that then. I might as well get that. Looked around. I don't know if there was something that was more expensive or what, but basically I bought the AMD GPU, and I heavily regret that choice. Heavily regret, because AMD has no idea what the hell they're doing with their damn drivers. I don't know what the hell is going on over there, but there's a lot of stuff that just doesn't work in a lot of games. OpenGL is a API, you have to, like a video API, so there's that. It does not work with crap, and AMD has said in the past that they will not support older games or make better support for older games and all this other crap. Like, why? What's the point in that? And lately, I've had an issue where I want to play a game called Tron 2.0. I want to play it on stream. Like, I actually want to because I love Tron. I'm a huge fanatic over it, and I'd really like to play the game because it's literally Half-Life, but with Tron assets and a Tron story. That's literally what it is. And it does have cutscenes though, so it's kind of there. But I mean, I still think that'd be really cool to play. I'm like, okay, I want to load it up and see what happens, because before I have like a mod that puts in 1080, and this basically, like, last time I did it wasn't in there, so I was trying to fix that. Point overall, I tried going in there, it's at a lower resolution. My computer, it just like loads up, and then I notice my other monitor turns black as well. I'm like, oh god, what just happened? Crash. Whole computer crashed. Trying to convert into another resolution from 1080 to something else. I don't know if it was 720 or whatever, but it crashes, and I don't know what the hell's going on. I know at one point I got a blue screen of death, which is green for me because I'm Insider, but got that. Can't read the damn thing because it freaking messed up in a weird thing. Sweden knows what I'm talking about because I sent them the picture, but the freaking text garbled up. I couldn't read the damn thing, know what the hell was going on. And then
you can read like the first few lines was
Yeah.
like a little bit readable.
You could read everything except for the reason. Everything except for the reason why it was it did what it did. It wouldn't say it. It's like, nope. Like, okay, that is complete bullshit, but okay. And then I go off, okay, maybe it's a driver issue. Maybe I need to update. There was an update available. I updated. Still the same thing. Okay. I downgraded once. Didn't work. Once again, didn't work. Like, okay, at this rate, I don't think that's the problem. I updated every single driver I had, because maybe it was something else that was doing it. All my drivers are now updated. Still does it. And then I figure out all this stuff to get a freaking blue screen viewer, which basically tells me what happened during the last blue screen crash. It says something about a kernel trap error, which is and it was caused by the NT operating kernel or something like that. Basically, I think it's the operating system that's doing it. I think it's the Windows Insider build that's doing it. And freaking Microsoft, you are doing terrible at your Windows updates because there are so many bugs in these damn things now. I don't know what the hell's going on. Because the new one, 1903, had a lot of bugs, which they've probably done by now, but I'm an Insider, so I'm going to get some bugs. And I can't leave the Insider program until the new public one comes out. Why? Why is that a thing? You can't leave the program until the new public update comes out so we can update to it. Like, what? Just update to the current public. What's wrong? What's it gonna do? Basically, I'm just having a lot of issues, so I had to freaking get my laptop that's running Windows 7 to run this. To run that game. Complete bullshit. So here's the TLDR, or... TLDL. Too lazy, didn't listen. So, basically, here's your little bit. Don't buy an AMD GPU. If you're looking for a new graphics card, don't buy AMD, go for NVIDIA. Because no matter what you're doing, you're likely going to find better stuff with NVIDIA. They have their own issues too, but it's not as bad. Not as bad as this. I don't know what the hell's going on with my deal. It could be my graphics card's breaking, or it's dying. I don't know, but it's still bull. It's still stupid. So yeah, there's my story. There's my hate. Thanks a lot, AMD. Stupid micro device. It's part of the name. Yeah. Get an NVIDIA. Cool. Anything to add to that?
Just check your chat.
Yeah, I noticed. Sleeping. Yeah. Yeah, I went on a little ramble there, which is fine, but I mean, it's just complete stupid. I mean, how would you feel if you try to play a game that you know has worked in the past perfectly runs okay, no matter what, you try to play it, and now it just crashes your computer every time? I mean, how would you feel?
I never have those issues because
Well,
I think I had one game that started crashing, but I think they fixed that. But it was probably a
that's the
bug.
thing. This is an old game back when Disney was known as Buena Vista.
Buena Vista.
Yeah, when they were back. Well, they weren't. It wasn't that Disney was known as that. It was its own thing. Like the Disney stuff like that was Buena Vista Interactive, and then it just all became Disney.
Disney.
Now, parent company, but.
No, Disney owns like everything.
Actually, no. Buena Vista was its own thing because I was also in the.
Yeah, I think it was part of the Disney family though. It was like.
Well, I think it was its own thing that owned Tron. Like it was its own like. Okay, yeah. Buena Vista owned Tron as its own thing, but Disney bought Buena Vista, so Tron and all that became a part of it. And I guess anything else that was part of it. I don't know how that whole deal goes, but yeah.
Remember, Disney at the moment owns everything.
Let me see when this game came out. I actually have the disc right here. This was back when XP was the newest. 1997, I think? No, wait.
I think there's a chainsaw outside on my fucking computer is having a loud
It's
fan.
like 2000 or 2001. Or 2003.
Yeah.
It says 2003. I don't know. It's just, this is an old game, okay? It's
an old game.
It's a good game, in my opinion. Like I said, it's like Half-Life, but Tron. Yeah, I'll definitely be trying to stream that sometime soon, but I have to play it off my laptop. And what I'm going to do is my laptop has an HDMI port, so I'll plug that into my HDMI switch, which is connected to the capture card. So, mirror the display over to my TV. So, two displays going on. I'll probably just turn off the one on the on the laptop, plug in my current keyboard and mouse to that laptop, set the laptop in the corner, and as if I'm playing a normal computer like that, but it's another freaking step and it's annoying. All that just to play a game, because my computer decides to crash every time I try to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, and I tried playing in 1080 because I changed it, and it just garbled up all the text. Like it's missing. Everything's broken. Like, okay, that ain't happening. I had to like reinstall the whole thing, and
Next is just complaining at the moment, for people wondering.
damn mod won't let me install it unless I play the game once, and every time I launch the game, it crashes. How the hell am I supposed to launch the mod? My life. Speaking of that damn laptop, got freaking Halo 2 achievements to work on there. Can't get that to work on my main computer. Why is Windows 7 working better than 10? I mean, that's a given. Windows 10 is pretty trash, but come on. You think Microsoft would get in their heads to make stuff better?
It's Microsoft.
You know, what do I expect? I don't know. Oh wait, I think no, not really.
Oh god, he's starting to be like, wait, no.
I was gonna say that I think I mentioned before I recently started playing a little bit of Chrono Trigger, but I haven't gotten fully into it. I just like beat the beginning part.
Yeah, you mentioned that you played it, I think, on SFC, but again, if you're not that far in, like that's the thing, like
I'm not very far in, but it's definitely like it's one of the best known RPGs of all time. I mean, it was back from the Super Nintendo, and it's had so many ports, which God help us on the ports.
Isn't the latest port so hated because it was so terrible made? They ported the game.
It's gotten better. I mean, the way that it works is that the Super Nintendo, the only ones I know of, I only know like 4.
Mm-hmm.
No, I know 5. The Super Nintendo one, it's the original. Then you had the PlayStation 1 port, which I don't really know how it did game-wise. I guess it was okay, but it also added like CG scenes. It added like cutscenes and everything to it, which I guess is cool, and it has its own like little story to add into it. That's great. So if you like that, that's cool, but I don't think it really looked that great. Then you had the mobile version, which really wasn't that good. You also had the DS version, which is pretty good, except it's on a tiny screen, so if you want to see like, you know, big pixel, big screen, everything, not the way to go, but still good. Then you had the PC one that came out on Steam, and it was basically a direct copy of the mobile port, and it was horrible because it looked grainy and shit. And everything just didn't work right. Apparently they recently fixed that, so you know now it's fixed up, but it's I don't know. I don't think it's still one of the better.
I'm thinking, I don't know. Here's the thing, like, yeah, people that know me knows I love JRPG, but I don't know if I want to get Chrono Trigger or not.
I mean,
it's like, you know me, I don't like overhyped games.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really say it's overhyped in a way. I would just say that it's got a big fan base to it, which kind of dragged me away from it for a while. But you know, I got it on the DS and everything. Like, you know what? I might as well play this thing. Might as well go and check it out and all that. I'm like, I played it from the beginning, and I did enjoy what I was playing out of it so far. Like, it did seem very enjoyable, but I'm just not too far into it.
Yeah, like me getting Spider-Man is not because of the fan base now. It's because I know from past experience myself is that Spider-Man games is mostly good.
Also,
PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2.
Oh, dude, Spider-Man 2.
Do you remember Spider-Man 2 on
Spider-Man 2? Oh my god. I think I owned it on GameCube, but
I had it on PlayStation 2. No,
I think I had a PlayStation 2 and GameCube. Like, I had at different points.
Wasn't that exclusives back then?
No, it was just PlayStation 2, GameCube, and Xbox, I think.
Yeah, but still, fucking A.
That was great.
Like, there's like, I'm gonna expect that this is gonna be an upgraded version of that. Like, you can do exactly the same things that you could back then, but like in a better style. That's like, that's what that's the feel. Like, it's like, oh, this game was great back then. We make a new version with new features, like you could do probably more attacks and stuff like that. because
I mean,
it's a new model you can work on.
what I really hate in a way is how I'm not able to stream as much, because that is one thing I really badly wanted to get my first impressions out, because it is such a great game to me. I mean, I feel like it was basically the best game of that year, because I mean I didn't really play much else.
Last year
But
it came out, or 2 years ago?
it was last year. But I feel like it was, because I don't play God of War, so that wasn't really part of my system. But it just, that Spider-Man game was really great, in my opinion, and hell, it was so good that I literally bought the freaking DLC, like the entire DLC pack. I gotta buy the DLC for this.
I'm gonna get the DLC pack now when I buys the Game of the Year edition.
Yeah, it's I think it's like 25, by itself. Get the DLC bundle.
It's like, but I only pay like a $10 more to get both the game and the DLC.
That's not bad. But though, like I said, I really wish I would have got the first impressions down, because those were good impressions for me. Definitely, if you would have saw me that way, I was like extremely giddy and freaking enjoying the hell out of it, and going nuts over all the different stuff, and the freaking story plot got to me. Like, oh my god. And
so basically, I'm gonna force Nexus to watch my streams.
that's
You're gonna have to watch my
like, I was
stream
actually.
tomorrow.
Ooh, is that when you're getting it, or what?
Yeah, or today. Actually, today. Well, for us it's today, but we say
if I'm
tomorrow
able to, then yeah.
because we are dumb. People, if you wonder, it's today for both of us, but we say tomorrow because we are dumb in that.
Well, we say tomorrow because we go to sleep and then wake up, and even though it's still the same day, we say tomorrow because of that sleeping. It's just kind of it's kind of habit, I guess, for the both of us. It's definitely one for me where it's like, I say tomorrow because I'm going to sleep.
Both have done that, and we like say that. I think it's more the idea that you have not slept yet, so the next day is after you slept. Like in reality, it's not. It's when after 12
man, time is relative.
Yeah.
It's the next day somewhere in the world.
It's the reality of where your day is, but for your mind, is when you go to bed. And
even that's the thing. Like I said, it's the next day somewhere in the world.
Yeah, so. It's high noon somewhere in the world.
I mean, for right now, what is it in Japan? It's 12 hours from now. Or is it 24? I don't remember.
Yeah, like for you it's 24. For me, it's like 7.
Well,
it's like midday there, I think. Midday over there. Or it depends if they moved back.
If it was 20, if it was 24, then it would literally be 3 in the morning for them too. So that makes no sense. Actually, no, 24 make no sense. 12, at least it'd be 12 or something. But 24 hours, it would be the next day, but it would be the same time, and that's just not how that works. But
they are almost in the. But we go to bed when the Japanese.
Essentially, yeah. As soon as we go to bed, they are awake. That's the day. But that's even worse when it comes to jet lag and having to travel. That's the one thing that would kind of suck. Is you have to go, say, from Japan to America, for example. That would suck, especially if you went over the other way, because that's many hours. You have to count. I don't even know.
I have never asked someone what's worse is to fly to a country that's ahead of time or back in time. Like, which way is gonna get worse?
It's just you're always gonna get jet lag in a sense.
Yeah, but but which one is worse? Which one gonna get you worse? Because like,
it depends on how many.
I mean, if you fly forward, you skip a lot of hours. Like if you go to Japan, like from where I live,
I'd say probably forward because you probably arrive like in the afternoon or something, and it would suck because you're basically just going to skip your whole day, and the schedule there is going to be screwed up because you probably want to go to sleep from the ride over.
But if you go from me now, but if you go to United States now from where I live, it's going to be 9. It's like
it's 3 in the morning.
Still skip the fucking day, so it's either you go ahead in time and skip the day, or back in time and skip.
Pretty much.
Either way, you lose time. You lose your day.
Time. Your day was sit on a plane, either watching a movie on a terrible screen, not doing that, because probably some places don't offer that, on your phone, or on a laptop, or some like other game device you got, something happens. But back to the whole Spider-Man thing.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, back to that. All I have to say really is that I was kind of upset in a way that it happened that way, which I mean, I guess it makes sense because mainly a lot of people don't want to watch something that they don't have, they've never seen, because it's like, they want to be able to get the game themselves and play it, so that much I get. But it's just, when I was streaming Spider-Man, no one really came to watch, and it's not so much that because of the views that I was caring about, I was caring because I just wanted someone to talk to it with. Because the problem with me is I need someone, at least one person, to just bounce ideas off of in conversations.
And now when I have completed this game, you can start streaming this, and I will probably watch just because.
Yeah, I mean, it is a really good game.
I'm probably gonna think that because that's gonna be so amazing. Like again, the old Spider-Man game was so fucking amazing. It was like the best game on PlayStation 2. One of the best games. If you skip like Battlefront 2, because Star Wars was the best game.
Well, you said one of the best.
Back then.
But I was saying, like, with Spider-Man 2, I mean, it got the swinging mechanic right because it was using a physics mechanic in the sense of swinging, and it worked great. And the thing with this new one, because every time a Spider-Man game comes out, everyone's always wondering, how's the swinging? Because there's always something that might screw up in that sense, and a lot of games have. Like, they've kind of tried to emulate Spider-Man 2, but it never really worked, or something was going on, it didn't really work out right. But this game, absolutely great. They definitely took a lot of notes from 2, and they did great at the swinging. And a lot of the abilities are great, too. Sadly, some of the abilities you have to actually unlock later, because it's like a skill tree type of deal, but regardless, it's great. I like it.
The latest Spider-Man game I played was on PlayStation 3.
The latest...
It was latest
for me, it was on 360, in the sense, so... It would be, what's the latest one I played before that? The Edge of Time, I think? No, it was Amazing Spider-Man 2, because I rented it just to check it out, to see if it was worth continuing. Like, it's not that great. Amazing Spider-Man 1, I rented and beat, because I actually, shockingly, I liked the Amazing Spider-Man 1 game. I thought that was great. Amazing Spider-Man 2, I was like, that wasn't good. That wasn't that great to begin with, so I just didn't complete it. Edge of Time I liked. I rented that as well, and I beat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't hold a candle to Spider-Man 2 and this one. They don't hold a candle. They're great. I don't know, just if I'm able, if I'm able to watch as soon as you start, I immediately will, because
it's probably, I'm not gonna start until like 9 p.m. anyways, I think.
That should be good then.
PM,
I mean, I don't know, but
it's more because I don't know, because my in Sweden right now we have autumn break. We have break right now. So my friends I play with a lot probably gonna be online, so we probably something else. We're gonna be a lot of that today.
I
can't to know because I don't know yet, and like we have gone through a lot today.
Quite a bit. Like, this is one of the more chatty ones. I like that.
Yeah, I mean we go through a few topics we added, but it was like, because those topics was like kind of fun in the way, because like the D&D one we played like a lot. We played that and was fucking enjoying it.
Yeah,
it was meant to go from. It was actually meant to be in the last episode, but I think I mentioned in the middle of the stream was it's like, I think we have forgot the topic.
Yeah, we remember like, is there something we're forgetting? And like no, I think we forgot this. Then like later down, I was like, oh god, you know what we forgot?
After.
It was like the day after. I was just like,
we forgot the D&D.
I think I was the one who brought that up.
Nope, it was me.
I don't know. It could have been me. Oh wait, I think it just got early. Oh god, what are you doing? No. Stop.
Random dogs attack.
That's when the Fire Nation attacked. I love that show. Okay. The rendering just finished. It was way ahead of schedule. It was way ahead. Like, it just like, I looked over and the bar was slowly moving. Looked back at the chat. Looked back over. It's like, whoa. Rendering finished.
Nope. Here it is. Did we talk about the D&D? I mentioned that.
Oh. I have a video to edit now. I'll do that tomorrow. I'm just going to save the changes. So now I have something to edit, which has been asked of me to edit quite a bit.
Today, for people that... Our time schedule is fucked up, okay, guys?
Yeah.
Don't judge us, okay? It's not my fault, okay?
Did I say tomorrow again?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm tired. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
But actually, I think it's gonna be tomorrow because it's gonna be like midnight anyway, so it's gonna be like tomorrow anyway.
Depends on when I feel like editing. I mean, again, I mentioned it earlier. It's like an hour and 45 minutes, and because of how much I'm gonna be adding into this, I'll be adding a bunch of stuff, editing a bunch of stuff in. It's a long process. Okay, it's
a long process, man.
It's gonna be rough. And I just realized something that might annoy the living hell out of me. No, actually, no, it won't. Never mind. I'm good. I'm good.
Now.
I was about to say, because I put in some of... This is a collab video between me and True. So I had my version that I've already edited, and I put some of his footage in there, and, you know, I was going to put some of my footage into his, for the sake of it. I was like, oh god, that's gonna actually mess up the rendering. It's gonna be unrendered again once I do that. But I'm like, wait, I could just disable the footage on a little bit, it'll go back, whatever. Anyway, that's ready for later, so I'll be editing later.
That's for problems for later.
Yeah, that's problems for later. So yeah, how long have we been doing this? 3 hours now?
2:56.
Oh wow. We were running out of topics early. 4 minutes
we could. Do we have no? I don't think that. I mean, we could do one of the other, but that I think we could save to next week because I think that's like one of them. I definitely want to go into a little bit deeper too because I
kind of want to as well. I mean, if we're talking about the same game, same topic thing, but
the first one with a D.
Yeah.
Is it the one we're thinking about, both of us? Or are you talking about
yes.
the second one? Whoa! Here's the thing with me and next. We can figure the same wavelength. We don't need to talk. We don't need words. We talk about this next time. Yeah, okay, like, I know exactly.
I was like thinking next time. It's like, yeah, I know what you mean. Because I'm like, I kind of want to do the same thing. I mean, I don't have much to say about it. I mean, I'm sure you do, but
it's like a topic that's like interesting for us because one, we watch a lot of YouTubers talk about the topic.
Yeah. Also, it seems like it's gonna be one of the better games. One of the best of games.
Oh yeah, Death Stranding should have come out by the next TNA also.
I don't really see that, but
should have. I'm not sure, or it comes out afterwards.
I don't know, but next TNA
either way,
is the SAO episode. Again.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
We kind of set up I mean, we did set up the schedule of it's every 2 TNE episodes we'll be reviewing what's happened in SAO.
So basically that's gonna be 4 episodes of Sword Art Online.
I need to catch up on the last 2 because I haven't watched them.
Still, it's after 2 episodes.
I mean, I haven't watched 2 of the episodes. Okay, I mean, I've been busy. I've been wanting to do other stuff, playing Outer Wilds and getting pissed off at Modern Warfare.
By the way,
modes.
I can tell you this: Alice is super fucking cute in
the episode.
Yeah, I start liking Alice.
Also, I've been going nuts on piano. Really wanted to get more songs.
Nuts. But yeah, I'm gonna take this up for the 3rd time in the stream because, like, yeah, we are at the end, and well, I'm gonna try to remember to put a link in the stream, but I'm probably gonna description after I upload this. But donate money for the Team 3 thing at the link I have posted in my tweet. I have on the Twitch and probably YouTube.
I still have it on my clipboard, so there you go.
Yeah.
On your side.
Yeah, and yeah, do that because that's like again, it's an important cause. Like people don't think that in the beginning. Like it's like, oh, it's just trees. It's not that important. It's like it's
Trees
very
are heavily
important because, like, yeah, I get some stuff. Like you cut down a few trees, doesn't may not hurt us. No. But that's when you start taking down like the Amazon forest and other stuff like that. That's when it starts hurting us, and that is what actually is happening to us. And this cost is meant to be like, but it's meant to. We're gonna plant the trees. We're gonna plant new trees so we can actually live here.
Yeah,
Unless the United States decides to nuke half of the world, but you know.
I mean, there's 3 parties involved with that one, but anyway. 4 if we're counting another one. But when it comes down to it, I mean, yeah, I mentioned it when that was a big topic at the time. I don't know what episode it was, but I just know that the Amazon fire and everything, the Amazon forest is 20% of Earth's oxygen, or what makes up that much. So, if the whole thing was gone, it wouldn't kill us, but the air would be a lot, would you say thicker? I don't know how you put that, but it basically would just be a lot harder to breathe. It'd be, eventually it would get pretty harder.
Forest has a very important part to more than just air. There's something else that it does that can actually destroy our ecosystem in a big way. But I don't know exactly what it was, but like stuff like that, that's the thing with the Amazon forest. Like it has such a big part of our world that if that got destroyed, it can actually change the whole definition of our world, because like forests everywhere is like,
I'm saying
no, actually, the whole ecosystem can change. That's the thing. The whole
well, that can happen in any different way. Like anything, yes, but when it comes to the whole
I think
climate change
normally not worldwide, but when it comes to the Amazon forest, I think it's because of what's is so different, and because it's a rainforest. I think it's because of
its own ecosystem. Everything is obviously going to be changed up to living hell, but
yeah. So save the fucking planet, boys. Donate your $1 or more if you can, because for each dollar they plant a tree.
I mean, in reality, I would actually. I actually even got views these days because the last couple streams, not really anything. But when it comes down to it, though, I'd actually do my own little. I would actually do a charity thing if I actually had anyone who would.
Yeah, I would too. Like I would do for the first project because I know.
Really, if I had the money to, I would do when I was in a group charity thing when I did my only charity stream I've done. But it was a group thing. It was a group thing to where.
That was the first time we played Left 4 Dead.
I think it was the first time it was even a collab for us. I think we've never collabed before.
Yeah, that was the first time we ever played it together, and I was in a stream of his.
Yeah, that was the thing, and regardless, if I had the money, I would do something like that in a sense where, you know, actually, what is it? Kind of go with the, basically make the t-shirts and everything, like in that sense, like do like a t-shirt of this type of style. So basically, you know, you buy the t-shirt, all the profit go to them, that type of deal.
Yeah.
Of course, I'd have to pay for shipping, but that's what I mean. You know, have it to where I can pay shipping and everything else. But, you know, other money goes to them.
Yeah. Unless you have I have had like you pay for the shipping, like, and you don't pay anything. But still, everything that goes for
well, that's what I'm saying. They would pay for the shirt and everything, and it might make them pay for the shipping. But honestly, all the money that goes straight over to them, you know, to the trees, not to me paying for the shipping. I'd have to pay anyway out of pocket.
Yeah.
I don't have the money for that. And I can't design worth crap. I know someone who would probably up for it, but
I know a lot of people that would also be able to do
I mean, I know a lot of people
the
too.
whole SFC.
A couple of them, yeah, they'd probably be up for it. But again, I'm not able to really do that, so nope.
Yeah, and sadly, Nexus wouldn't be able to, but like, it would also probably donate at least $1 to this cause that at the
I
moment.
wouldn't know I was able to.
I have already donated $2 myself
Donate
because I
5 if
had
I
that
was able
money,
to.
and I'm gonna donate 5 when I get cash because I was like, I'm gonna donate more because I want to have like more cause, but there was that I had those money on the account back then, or when I donated, then I decided to use those and be like, I'm gonna help this cause because I care about my planet, even though the people on it is stupid as
Yeah, see, this is the other thing. We care about the planet. We're not too much on the people on it, except for some.
like, yeah, like, both of you can die, but please save the planet. It's innocent, okay? It didn't do us anything.
That's not how I'm saying. I'm saying there, the I'm definitely up for the charities to actually help out people and everything. Like I said, the last one I did was for what was it? Type 1 diabetes, I think. So that's obviously helping people, and that's fine. Everything definitely be fine doing that, and any other stuff like anything really. But that'd be fine on doing creative stuff for that as well. But it's just a lot of other stuff where it's like, oh hey, help the planet, screw some of the other people.
Yeah. And I mean, I would go for like the first project that is going to help, where they build wells and stuff for people in Africa. Like, that's a project I would stand behind too, because that's like a thing. People don't see the issues in this world.
That's one thing that just kind of makes no sense to me. I mean, people don't understand the fact that $1 for these charities, just you yourself, $1, and if everybody did that, we wouldn't even really need charities because done.
Yeah.
There's like 6 billion, like 6 to 7 billion people in the world.
We are 7 billion in the world.
Yeah. Plenty die, plenty be born. Point being, plenty of folks out there all went with a $1. Pretty sure would be extremely golden. But no, I mean, not everyone does that. I'm sure there's a lot of people who don't have the money. That's fine. Just share it around and see, and other people will help too.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, $1, like just $1 in the way it can actually help more than you think. Like if you see like homeless people sometimes, like if you just give them like a dollar, they can actually like they would be so glad for it, because like money, these like you helping someone is the best gift you can give.
But think about it this way: you give them $1, and then someone else comes along with $1, or hey, you can just give them two, don't matter. They can literally just buy like a bit of food themselves, like right then and there. They're helped.
Yeah.
Even some places will do it for $1. You could just give them $1, then go out and then go buy them some food real quick.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You did something that makes someone survive. Like he may be there, like say he goes without food for 2-3 days, like, and that $1 may give him a chance to actually a little bit of a more proper than.
Well, I mean, people can actually survive weeks without food.
Yeah, but
it's the
still,
water.
like 2-3 days is a lot of. Like, if you've ever gone a day without food, you know how bad it is and how tired you get. Like, think about that for a homeless person that is like, maybe can go 2-3 days without food.
I mean, it's
proper
pretty rough.
Food.
Like, I don't see how people do like the whole day fasting thing. I mean, I could do half of the day or like a few hours, but after a while, it just starts getting to me quite a bit.
Yeah, like if you know how like some has like is it the Christian that has like a week or two?
No. What?
Yeah, I think some religion has like a week.
I don't know about the week. I just know.
I know of weekends. I know of weekend like they can't eat anything on the weekend.
I think that bit is just they can't eat most things. They can have like little tiny bits of something else, but I don't know. But
and they can have water.
I don't know. I know. Isn't Ramadan a Jewish thing?
I think so. I think isn't that the one where they can eat like? No, I think that's Muslim. Wait, is it Muslim or Jewish?
I know there's one
I
where
don't
it's like
fucking.
they can't eat anything, but they can eat fish.
Well, I know one. I think Islam has like they can eat after dark. Like.
Yeah, I think that's one thing. I guess that might be Ramadan.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell.
And
I
then
don't know these things, so I
can't
don't look into them. But
yeah. But guys, we're gonna have to end here. I have a timer. Like it's 10 minutes over the ending. Anyway, we started to ramble on about stuff, and yeah, it's important stuff, but we also have other stuff to do, like sleep.
yes, sleep. I mean, I'm pretty tired, but I'll probably stay up a little bit longer. But regardless, I'm pretty tired.
Yeah. But with that said, as usual, our ending. Check out our stuff in the description where his channels is. I have both his YouTube channel and Twitch channel. If you're from Mixer, head over to watch YouTube or Twitch instead and subscribe to either of us there and stuff like that.
Yeah, because Mixer, I mean, me, obviously, I streamed all three at the same time, you know, YouTube, Twitch, Mixer,
Yeah.
but most of the people don't even really watch from Mixer. It's not no real point to use it. I just put it there for if somebody comes around. And it's another platform, but, yeah, nothing really happens.
Yeah. Yeah. And check out our Cast FM thing. What the thing was.
Hold on a minute.
But yeah, you could do it because I think you get over the whole. I think it was Castbox. It's castbox.fm. I'm gonna try. I have a link in my YouTube description already. That will be there forever because.
I'm gonna add it into my upload defaults.
Yeah,
whenever
I
I upload
will
an
have
actual
it.
video, it'll be there. But
yeah, so on every video it's gonna be a Castbox 14e. I think I've named with everything I have named this. I have Nexus 71C. It's like his own thing. It's like there's his Twitch and his YouTube, and then I have my other friend that I play with and his YouTube channel, and then I have my social stuff. I think it's under my social stuff. I put it on. No, I think I put it on my channels, like where I have all my channel stuff. It should be under that one. It says the Nerd Ensemble either.
regardless, easy to find. Castbox.fm.
So if you miss it and you don't want to wait on my side to come up, you could just go watch the audio version.
You get the audio version for a couple days early. And
I think it's like 2 days, 1 day or 2 days ahead.
Well,
It
it'd be on Monday that I would try to do it, and you release Wednesday, so that's 2. I mean, that's the thing, though.
So
That system isn't going to be in place until we're caught up, and I'm going to try my best to catch us up real quick, and it's not going to come out weekly or anything in that case. In this case, it'll literally just be me uploading as soon as they're, like, finished, as soon as they're ready to be uploaded. So.
Yeah, and if it's like I think the last 3 episodes gonna be like weekly, like 8, 9. What did you say? From like 8 and up, you're gonna do like.
Well, those I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna go with weekly once it's actually caught up, but the rest is that I'm gonna put an intro in front of almost everything until it gets to around 7 or 8, and then I'll probably.
And then you can start uploading weekly, and then when you're caught up, you can be every 2 weeks because
the only thing that's gonna be cut out is the starting screen. I'll be cutting those out of the audio, but otherwise it'll be there.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, I think we hook up everything. Yeah, check our Twitters also. Don't forget that because that's important. Lately I've been a little bit more active, but I have been today basically just retweeting Team 3 stuff because go trees!
Yeah. Here's my Discord server for anyone who wants to jump in and talk in that.
Oh yeah, I have 2 Discord servers if anyone wanna.
No streamlabs, that's not what
I said. And if you see something funny, 2 idiots rambling on, really funny, you know.
I don't know, but yeah, That's basically gonna be it because we
what else?
rambled on the new.
Thing
That's
else,
really it. We've already plugged
Yeah?
channels, Twitters, Discords. I think we're good to go. Oh, and the podcast. Did that too. We're pretty much good to go.
What good? Yeah. Wait, where's my mouse? So we hopefully see you in 2 weeks, unless we decide to play anything. But well, again, just check out those channels. Zombies gonna come up, probably, hopefully.
Probably. We may continue the Zelda randomizer at some point, but at the moment
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure some stuff out on that one. Still liking it. I'm checking.
Hey, shit.
I don't cheat. I did it only a couple times, and turns out it was wrong. Now, that's basically gonna be that. So for coming to watch, and those who came to listen, if you're basically listening to the audio version, caught up in a way, that's gonna be it. So again, thank you all for showing up. See you next time.